2 games remain for the 2025 season. So we are getting set for the penultimate game here in Gateway at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Your Evansville Otters taking on the Gateway Grizzlies. Hello, everybody. I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining me this Saturday evening. Obviously, a big day for college football, but an even bigger day for Frontier League baseball as we're near the end of the 2025 season, a long playoff push for multiple separate teams, including the one that we are playing here today. They're getting set for their playoff run. Evansville trying to end off their season on the right foot. You're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year, so check them out today to sign up and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. Evansville coming off a disappointing loss last night. Ended up losing 8-3, fell behind early and just could not really manufacture any hits strung together all that often. Went down 5-0 after the third. Parker Brahms made the start and struggled a little bit, giving up quite a few hits and working around some walks. And then that big 3-run home run off of the bat of Abdiel Diaz was really the difference maker in that game. Put Evansville behind the 8 ball, could not find their way back. Jackson Maloof looked great out of the bullpen, pitched 2 2/3, only giving up a run that was inherited to Nolan Thebe, who got out of the 8th inning pretty well as well, giving up just 1 sac fly. Evansville offensively got 9 hits on the game. It's not that they weren't getting hits, but those 9 hits came from 4 players, 8 of them coming from 3 players. Graham Brown and L.J. Jones both with 2-hit games, Jones scoring a couple of runs, and then Keenan Taylor, a big 4-for-4 night that kind of went under the radar with how that game went. A 2-run shot for him. He scored a run as well. And then Cohen Wilbanks had the other hit. It was an RBI single that put Evansville on the board. But as I mentioned, other than that, Evansville just really struggled for offense in that game. Again, had those 9 hits, but didn't do much with that. Didn't get any free passes. Did not walk a single time last night. That is the first time all season they have not done that. I'll try to look differently here against the Gateway Grizzlies tonight. We'll take a short break, and when we're back, we will have more about the starting lineups and the starting pitchers here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Welcome into the Papa John's pregame show. Here is the Evansville Otters getting set to take on the Gateway Grizzlies for the second to last game of the 2025 season. Hello, everybody. I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining me this Saturday evening as we get set for game 95 of 96 of the 2025 schedule. The Otters going to try to rebound from the game last night where they fell behind early and just never really found their way back into the game. The first time since all the way back in that road series against Windy City that they lost a game where they didn't have the tying run come to the plate in either the 8th or 9th inning. Again, they've been playing such good baseball over the last few weeks. They're 11-3 in their last 14 games. Felt like a night like last night just hadn't happened in a while. Entering tonight's ball game, in the month of August, they are 15-10, 6-7 on the road, trying to win this series and get a winning record in a month for the first time this season, on the road at least. They're 9-3 at home in the month of August, finishing the month of August that way, finishing the season with a 26-22 record. They're 13-33 on the road, trying to finish off these last 2 games strong. I mentioned a little bit earlier in the pregame show that It's playoff push time in the Frontier League. Just 2 games remaining for some big games. And if we take a look at the Atlantic Conference battle for that last wild card spot between Ottawa and New York last night won while Ottawa lost, giving them a half-game lead. If New York wins tonight and Ottawa loses, New York will clinch that final wild card spot, and we will know the 8 teams that are in the Frontier League playoffs. If both teams win, it'll go back to tomorrow night, where obviously New York will still a half game up. If that flips and Ottawa wins with New York losing, Ottawa will take a half-game lead into tomorrow's games. But right now, it is all New York. They're up 4-0 over Sussex County early, while Ottawa currently down 5-2 against Ottawa after getting thumped last night by Tri-City. Getting set for tonight's ball game, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Gateway Grizzlies. Leading it off for them and playing in center field will be the left-handed hitting Victor Castillo. Batting second and at second base, Gabe Holt. Batting third and at DH tonight will be DJ Stewart after his big game last night. Batting fourth and first base, Sawyer Smith. Batting fifth and catching, Jose Alvarez. Batting sixth, the switch hitting Abdiel Diaz. He's playing shortstop. Batting seventh and in right field, the former Purple Ace Mark Schallenberger. Batting eighth and at third base, Dale Thomas. And rounding out the lineup, the switch hitting Edwin Mateo will be in left field. Starting tonight for the Grizzlies is Jake Burcham. Burcham, a very new Grizzly, as they try to get themselves ready for a playoff push. Made his first appearance on August 12th in a relief role. Went an inning, gave up 4 runs, only one of them earned in the 13-6 win over Lake Erie. Has made 2 starts since then, went 5 1/3, giving up 4 runs against Windy City here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. And then last time out on the road against Florence, went 4 innings. 4 shutout innings, allowed just 4 hits, no strikeouts, and no walks, and struck out 7. This season in 10 1/3 inning, he struck out 13 batters and walked just 1. So after last night, where for the first time this season, Evansville hadn't drawn a single walk, they face a guy tonight that does not walk a lot of batters. But so far here at home, he has not been the same pitcher. Obviously, very small sample size, so that is something to take into account. But his one road appearance in Florence was 4 shutout innings. Here at home, a 7.11 ERA. In 6 1/3, he's given up 8 runs, 5 of them earned. Entering this ball game for Burcham, he's made 3 appearances, 2 of them starts, a 4.35 ERA during those innings. And now the lineup for your Evansville Otters, led by the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game. Back at third base, Dennis Pierce. Batting second and at second base, Graham Brown. Batting third and in right field, JT Benson. Batting fourth and at first base, LJ Jones. Batting fifth and in left field after his 4-for-4 night, Keenan Taylor. Batting sixth and in center field, Stephen Paolini. Batting seventh and at shortstop tonight, JJ Cruz. Batting eighth and catching is Justin Felix. And rounding out the lineup, DHing will be Chase Waddell. Obviously talked about Keenan Taylor's 4-for-4 night last night, but Justin Felix has made a couple of starts since being reactivated, and he has played some really good baseball. In the August 24th finale against Windy City, went 2-for-4 with 2 home runs, a grand slam in that game, and then his last time out went 1-for-2 with a walk against Florence, scoring a run as well. So he'll try to come in tonight, finishing the season off strong. We're probably going to see Wilbanks catch Alex Canny tomorrow. He has caught Canny in every one of his starts, so it would be expected Wilbanks will get the start tomorrow, which is why he's not playing tonight. So if this is Felix's last start of the season, he tries to finish off the season strong. He's made 3 appearances in the month of August. Also played on August 21st in Washington, where he only had 2 at-bats and struck out both times. Getting set for the 6:30 p.m. scheduled start time here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Again, Evansville lost last night 8-3, fell behind the 8-ball early and just could not complete a comeback. They try to change that tonight here in Gateway. Entering this ball game, it's been all Grizzlies during this season's matchup. Evansville 2-8 against this Grizzlies team. They are 1-3 here at Arsenal BG Ballpark, trying to do the opposite of what Gateway did to them last time we were here back at the end of June. Time to look at the starting pitcher for the Otters is Yohan Gonzalez. Gonzalez entering this ball game with a 4.73 ERA and 25 appearances, 9 of those being starts. In his 9 starts, he has pitched in 53 and 2/3 innings, struck out 40 to 23 walks. He has a 4.02 ERA as a starter. His last time out against Windy City didn't have his best stuff. Went just 5 innings, allowed 3 runs on 6 hits, 4 walks, and struck out 2. But that would be a 9-4 win for Evansville in the finale of that series. He tries to do the same here in this middle game before we get Alex Canny going tomorrow night, of course. It'll be fun to watch him on the road. He's been excellent on the road. So has Yohan Gonzalez this season. At least as a starter, he's really pitched well on the road for the most part. And again, during every one of his starts, he has avoided that dreaded big inning. You know, you look at his game in Windy City, he gave up a run here, a run there, but never gave up the big inning. Again, only left with giving up 3 runs. That's very much keeping Evansville in the ball game. And if he can do that again tonight in a ballpark like this against a very young pitcher like Jake Burcham, hopefully Evansville, the offense for Evansville can come through and get him some run support like they did his last time out. You look back at some of these road starts for Yohan Gonzalez. You had, of course, that 7-inning shutout performance that outdueled Anthony Escobar back on July 18th, where he went 7 innings, struck out 8 batters in that game, only walked 1. Then the very next start in Quebec, went 7 innings, allowed just 2 runs in that outing, walked 1 and struck out 6. He's had some outings where he struggled with walks. You had the road outing against Mississippi. Again, worked through some walks there, 5 walks, gave up 4 runs, but kept Evansville in the ball game. They would eventually win that game. And then the August 19th outing against Washington on the road, he went 6 2/3, allowed 7 hits, just 2 earned runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 4. And that's kind of been the big thing. If he can limit the walks, Gonzalez has been excellent. But you see a couple of these starts as of late, struggling with giving up a walk here or there. If he can avoid that in this game, he is going to be tough to hit. That's just the way Gonzalez has worked. And also, he's also gotten better as the game goes on. So if he can get through these first couple of innings and not give up any big damage, usually he starts to get really good once he starts to get into that groove mid to the late of the game. One more thing to look at when it comes to Gonzalez's starts. Evansville as a team have won 6 of his last 7 starts. He's earned wins in 5 of those. So him as a pitcher is 5-1 in his last 7 starts. The team is 6-1 in his last 7 starts. He has just been a very good pitcher to have on the mound. He's gone basically 100 pitches every start since becoming a starter, except for his last one. Again, he came out with some trouble on the base paths and let the bullpen do their job. And again, the back end of this bullpen has looked excellent. We saw Maloof go last night and Thebe go last night. Both of them looked great after leaving Parker Brahms. And you have guys like Garrett Crowley, Nick McAuliffe, Nolan Thebe could probably go again tonight if they need him. Alex Valdez, Gunnar Dennis, all these guys with a lot of rest going on into these final 2 games. And again, you look at this, these are the final 2 games of the season, you know, barring some of these players going to some different teams, similar to what Braden Scott is doing with York like he did last year. You know, this is going to be the final games for these guys, so go out, let them work and use them if you need them. Speaking of that, I don't think I mentioned it yesterday, but Braden Scott was traded to York. Same thing that happened last year at the end of the season. He goes to York to try to play for a championship over there as they make their playoff push. Last year became a champion in the Atlantic League with the York Revolution. Chance to do that again this year. And the way he's been pitching, if they use him as a starter, it's a huge pitcher to add to your rotation or even your bullpen if need be. So we'll see what happens in tonight's ballgame. Again, a 6:30 p.m. scheduled start time. Started a little bit late last night. We'll see if that happens again tonight. Had some of these ballparks where, like in Ottawa, for instance, you have a 6 o'clock scheduled start time, but you always start at 6:05. You know, again, last night, 6:30 start time. We ended up starting at 6:36, 6:37. So, you know, kind of just to wait and see. Until then, we can talk a little bit. Got some wind in the ballpark. Didn't really have a lot last night, but got some wind blowing out to right center field, which, again, in a ballpark like this is going to be huge for these left-handed hitting batters for Evansville. They do have one less lefty in the lineup with Justin Felix playing, but you have those lefties in Stephen Paolini, J.J. Cruz, and Chase Waddell, who have all shown the ability to hit for power. Again, Waddell hasn't hit a home run by any means, but he has definitely hit the ball hard, and he definitely has the swing to hit home runs and did it during his summer ball time. So, and then we saw Keenan Taylor hit an opposite field home run into that short porch as well. So obviously some of these guys, Dennis Pierce has hit multiple opposite field home runs. JT Benson just hit one in the opener against Florence. We've seen LJ Jones go opposite field a couple of times, including against Gateway. This team with the sluggers in the lineup, obviously there are some pull tendencies, but they can go opposite field and hit for power into opposite field. As Yolan Gonzalez is warming up out in the Otters bullpen, just getting set for today's game. We can take a look at the scoreboard for any updates to the games we talked about. Ottawa has brought their game to within one. They're just down by one in the top of the fifth inning. Lake Erie and Joliet are tied in the top of the second inning. Washington and Down East have gotten underway. They're in the top of the second inning. Washington up 1-0. Again, those teams, Washington and Lake Erie, technically entering tied, but Lake Erie has 2 less games played, so their percentage is actually better. So Lake Erie currently holds a tiebreaker via just having a better percentage because they played 2 less games. So if those 2 teams end up with the same record over the next 2 days, Lake Erie will win the division and most likely be playing Gateway. And if Washington goes 2-0, for instance, and Lake Erie goes 1-1, Washington won the division, and it will be Gateway playing Washington next week during the playoffs. That'll do it for the Papa John's pregame show. Thank you so much for joining me this Saturday evening as we get set for the national anthem here at Arsenal BG Ballpark, getting set for the second-to-last game for the 2025 regular season. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Performed by someone celebrating 25 years with the Grizzlies. She's a longtime supporter, fan, and season ticket holder, and was the first Grizzlies national anthem singer on June 12, 2001. She has sung every year since. Addie McDaniel.
About time for baseball here in Gateway, just south of St. Louis and Sauget, Illinois. Getting set as Evansville will come to bat first. It's Jake Burcham on the mound. Behind the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. So these 2 teams, both 2 games left in the regular season. One of these teams will be playing, of course, in the playoffs. So Gateway trying to set themselves in a runway for that playoff run. Obviously, we know the 4 teams in the Midwest Conference still waiting on the last team in the Atlantic Conference. That's always a lot of fun to watch as these playoff races kind of come down to the stretch. I mean, obviously the Central Division is also coming down to the wire, with those 2 teams being tied in when you look at the games back, but percentage-wise, Lake Erie just out in front by basically 0.01 of a percentage, which is really crazy to think about. And it's going to be a lot of fun for Evansville, as it'll be the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce, to lead us off. Unfortunately, last night went 0 for 5, ended the 36 on-base streak for him, the longest for any Otters player this season. But now a chance to start a new one, potentially going into next year. Obviously, just 2 games left. If you weren't with the pregame show earlier, obviously after Braden Scott's excellent 2025 season, going to end up leading the Frontier League in strikeouts, going to finish tied for 3rd in all-time single-season strikeout numbers. He has been traded to New York, same way, or sorry, not New York, to York, the York Revolution of the Atlantic League. Same team he went to go play for last year, won a championship with them in 2024, so he is the lone roster move that the Otters have made since that series against Florence to end the home season. And now Dennis Pierce will step in to lead off this ball game, playing third base again tonight. Keenan Taylor back in the outfield with Waddell being the DH. First pitch swinging, big swing, but he comes up empty. He'll start behind 0-1, and that's how we get started at 6:36 p.m. local time, Central Time, both obviously St. Louis and Evansville in Central Time. The 0-1 pitch, that one at the top of the zone, make it 0-2 to Pierce. He'll start from behind early. Again, Burcham on the mound, a guy who does not walk a lot of batters, just 1 walk so far in his first 3 appearances for Gateway this season. The 0-2 pitch throws his bat out there to foul it off and stays alive, does Pierce. Count stays 0-2. That being said, and again, even with his college team, he really kept the walks down, but with his summer team, the walks were a bit higher. That pitch misses high, make it 1-2. The 4-year player out of Tarleton State, the Texans just won a big game in football last night. Now their Otters are seeing a starter from over there. That one's fouled off. With the St. Cloud Rocks this season, he made 10 starts for them. He had a 4.6 walk per 9 rate, but with Tarleton State in 15 appearances for them, he just had a 2.6, so a little bit different of a pitching strategy. Seems to be using more of what made him successful in college here with Gateway early. Here's the wind and deliver, the 1-2 pitch. That one taken high and inside, make it 2-2. The leadoff hitter entering with a .283 batting average, 15 home runs on the season. That's a team-leading mark. Again, the Otters not a team that has a certain guy with a ton of home runs, just a lot of home runs spread out as he takes that pitch low and wide, count runs full. Burcham on the mound, gives a short wind and delivers the payoff pitch. That one fouled off, count stays full. Burcham, the 23-year-old, again played 4 seasons for the Tarleton State Texans as a pitcher. In his professional rookie season here with Gateway. Again, just his 4th appearance of his season with Gateway. The next payoff pitch, front door breaker, called strike 3. Pierce knew it immediately. Beautiful front door breaker, and there's one away. So he starts the game with a strikeout with 1 away. It'll be Graham Brown stepping in. Quite a bit of cloud coverage overhead so far. A little bit of sun peeking through, but mostly clouds overhead. The wind has died down a little bit so far. Here's the first pitch to the Otters' second baseman. That finds his own 4, strike 1. Brown last night a couple of hits, a single and a double. Also had 3 groundouts on the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the ground towards second. Holt over there, plays it on a hop. Throw to first is in time, and there's 2 away. So he's recorded 4 outs this series, and all 4 of them have been groundouts. And with 2 away, it'll be J.T. Benson. Talked about the uncharacteristic game from Dennis Pierce last night. Same for Benson. 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts last night. Did not reach. And for how he had been playing over the last part of August, it was very shocking. First pitch finds the outside corner, 4-1. So we saw last night Weinbergs attack the Otters with a ton of strikes early, and it worked out for him. Again, didn't walk anybody last night, him or Stice. And so far, Bertram doing the same thing, pulled the string on him. Benson out in front now. He's behind 0-2. Benson with a .293 batting average entering tonight's ball game. 10 home runs after hitting 2 in the series opener against Florence. He fouls that one off to the right side, up and out of play. Count stays 0-2 to the Otters' right fielder. Benson, the former Louisville Cardinal, in his second professional season. Played last year with the Lake Country Dockhounds. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses outside, make it 1-2. Played 27 games with them after playing 52 with Louisville in 24. And I was in game 79 for the Otters this season. 81 hits, 10 home runs, 19 doubles, a triple. The 1-2 pitch takes that breaker low, make it 2-2. So we've seen a couple of Otters hitters go down early in these counts, but battled pretty well. Even though there's 2 away, we've seen the combo of Benson and Jones combined for a big 2-out rally before. 2-2 pitch, misses wide, count runs full. The way Jones has been swinging the bat, get on base in front of him, anything could happen. And then Taylor duping a couple of batters coming off a 4-for-4 night. Bertram comes set on the mound. Winds and delivers the payoff pitch. Taken outside, ball 4. So going down from 0-2 to a Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar for J.T. Benson will extend the inning to the always dangerous L.J. Jones. Jones off a 2-hit night last night. Also had an impressive play in the first inning. Here's the first pitch to Jones, taking that one all the way. Misses outside for ball 1. Not sure if he was ready or not at all during that one, but Benson over at first base. We'll see if he wants to take off. Again, Benson this season, he is 24 for 26 in stolen base attempts. Here's the 1-0. Big swing, line up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Benson rounding second. He is going to head for third base. Throw's going to come into second, so it'll be runners on the corners with 2 away. And a big 2-out rally hitting the works for the Otters, and it brings up the left fielder tonight, Keenan Taylor, fresh off his 4-for-4 game last night, had a double and a 2-run shot as well. He also is the team leader in 2-out RBIs this season with 28. So after a couple of quick outs for Bertram, gave up only his second walk of the season to Benson, and now a single to L.J. Jones. And now here's the first pitch to Taylor. Swinging at the curveball, fly ball into foul territory down the first base line, but that one's out of play. Make it 0-1. Benson, the 2025 rookie, in his 92nd game of the year. He's played almost every single game this season for Evansville. Here's the 0-1. Takes that one just outside, make it 1-1. A career infield during college. Started playing outfield this year, turned him into a really good outfielder, but we've seen him play an excellent third base, kind of splitting time with Dennis Pierce, who's back there tonight. The 1-1 pitch on the ground towards short. It'll be backhanded by Diaz. He's going to go to second, and he'll be in plenty of time for out number 3. The Otters get a couple of 2-out base runners, but can't do anything with it. We're knotted up at 0 as we head to the bottom of the first here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
To the bottom of the first we go. On the mound is Yohan Gonzalez. Behind the plate is Justin Felix. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Yohan Gonzalez making his 10th start of the season. 26th appearance for him. Mentioning that the Otters have won 6 of his last 7 starts. He's won 5 of those, dating back to July 18th. The only loss was against Lake Erie and a 3-0 loss for Evansville where they were shut out. He gave up all 3 of those runs. This will be the second time he has faced Gateway as a starter. He actually made his first start against Gateway at home, where he pitched 6 innings, gave up just 3 runs, earned his first quality start of the season, but Evansville would lose the game. First pitch misses outside to Victor Castillo for ball 1. It was the second start for him. Turned himself to a really good starter. That next pitch misses high, make it 2-0. That was the first time he went over 100 pitches again. It was only his second professional start. He showed up and pitched really well. 2-0 pitch. That one finds the outside corner, make it 2-1. And then since then, he's only gotten better as the season's gone on. And again, the big thing with him is that he's been really good at limiting big innings or big outings. That pitch misses outside, make it 3-1. And although it's kind of been up and down when it comes to his control, overall, when it comes to giving up runs, he's been very consistent. That pitch misses inside for ball 4. So the first batter he sees tonight earns a walk. Second straight night that Victor Castillo has earned a free pass to begin the game, and now it'll be Gabe Holt to follow him. Castillo got hit by a pitch last night, eventually scored on the DJ Stewart double to begin the ball game. Does the same tonight. Holt, who grounded out his first time up last night, awaits the first pitch, taken outside for ball 1. So 6 pitches so far for Yohan Gonzalez. He's missed 5 of them. Again, for him, he's gotten better as the game goes on. You like to see him try to settle in early in this one. Castillo leads off first base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside, make it 2-0. So far missing a bit high and typically wide so far in tonight's outing. Struggling to locate that fastball early. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Took a little bit off of that one, but it missed wide again. Make it 3-0. So he's missed 7 of his first 8 pitches tonight, has Gonzalez. The Otters back in their dark blue uniforms with the white script across the front in their gray pants. 3-0 pitch taken all the way is Holt. That one middle. Make it 3-1. And you hope maybe that can try to turn this first inning around for Gonzalez. Gonzalez comes set once again. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Big swing for Holt, but he comes up empty. Went after that fastball. Count runs full. Now we'll see if the speedy Castillo wants to take off to avoid a potential double play. Castillo this season with 24 stolen bags. Gonzalez sets. Looking at first base, now delivers the payoff pitch. Runner takes off, swung on a miss for strike 3. Throw down, a little bit up, and that is tagged on the foot, and it's a double play. A strike him out, throw him out, and all of a sudden there's 2 out in the first inning. Castillo is currently still down around second base. Now he gets up and starts his jog back to the dugout. But Justin Felix, who has been, talked about Cohen Wilbanks' ability to throw out batters. Well, Felix has been the best this season for Evansville. Gets an out. The German-American bank strikeout of Gabe Holt. And there's 2 away, no one on for DJ Stewart. Castillo went in the slide there. His feet came up, and that's where Cruz got the tag on him. First pitch finds his own 4-strike-1. Throw went to the right of the first base bag, but again, thankfully, Castillo, if his legs or feet are down, don't think Cruz gets a tag down in time. That one line out to right. That one's hooking. That one's going to hook just foul, and it will go 0-2. Again, that short porch out and right. I don't know what the shortest you can hit it to get it out, but we saw a 300-foot home run off the bat or off the arm or off the bat of DJ Stewart, actually. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Fastball taken high. Wasn't chasing after that one. Make it 1-2. So trying to get out of this first inning scoreless. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the ground towards short. Cruz will backhand it. Long throw to first is going to be in time, and they got him. A bang-bang play goes the way of the Otters. And Gonzalez has worked a 1-2-3 first. A little bit unconventional, but he does it anyways. We're knotted up through 1 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Through an inning, it'll be Stephen Paolini to lead it off here in the second. A couple of hard-hitting lefties in this lineup. They'll try to do some damage against Bertram, who, again, his last time out pitched 4 scoreless innings. Hasn't pitched more than 73 pitches in a game, so we'll see how long they plan for him to go tonight. Again, the longest he's gone in an outing is 5 1/3 against Windy City back on the 17th here in Gateway. And that one worked very efficiently, though. Pitched 65 pitches. His last time out was a little bit less efficient, but in 4 innings struck out 7 batters, gave up 4 hits, and threw 75 pitches. Again, that's just with the Grizzlies, the amount of pitches he's thrown professionally. And now Stephen Paolini trying to find his way into the hit column here. The first pitch to him, big swing, but he comes up empty. He'll start behind 0-1. Paolini has just been a bit cold over the last few games. Here's the 0-1. That one's lined right field. That's going to get through for a base hit. Paolini starts on the right foot in tonight's ball game. And the third Otters batter to reach in the last 4 Otters hitters. And now J.J. Cruz will try to follow that. And that'll bring in J.J. Cruz, who last night went 0-4, did reach once on a fielder's choice. And we'll see if Paolini wants to take off here. Again, he has not been caught yet this year. First pitch to Cruz, finds his own 4-strike-1. So Bertram gets out in front early of Cruz. Paolini has not played a ton, obviously, for the Otters yet this season. But he is 6 for 6 in stolen base attempts. That one grounded up the middle. It'll be a diving attempt for Diaz. He's able to bring it in, toss to second, but it gets past the second baseman, and everybody's safe. It was a slick play from Diaz at short. Tried to backhand throw it, but threw it wide to the second baseman, Holt. Would have been a close play either way. And again, just an impressive play for Diaz to keep it out of the outfield. They're going to roll it as the 3rd hit of the night for Evansville, and I think that's the right call. And now their runners at first and second with no one away, and we'll see if they elect for Felix to bunt. They don't. First pitch finds his own 4-strike-1. Again, traditionally, McCauley, a guy who gets his batters to bunt here, especially near the bottom of the lineup, but the way Felix has been swinging the bat last couple of games, third baseman Thomas not playing him to bunt at all. Here's the 0-1. Takes that one up and in, make it 1-1. So looks like it will not be a bunt here. Again, Paolini at second, Cruz at first. The way Paolini steals bags, maybe a double steal potentially. No one out though, so we'll wait and see. That one lined to left field. That one brings Mateo in. He brings it in for out number one. Paolini got a big jump, but he is back in time. Just barely back in time at second to avoid the double play. He was very aggressive on the base pass over there, but was just able to get back in time. That was made by the crew chief, Robert Moreno, who's playing the third base umpire tonight. Behind the plate is David Ortiz. At first base is Noah Hobart. And now it'll be Chase Waddell to step in, his first game of the series. He's had an impressive couple of games with Evansville. First pitch swinging out in front of the off-speed. He starts behind 0-1. Waddell in his third professional ball game after spending 4 seasons with Barton College. Spent 25 summer with the Wilson Tops. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Takes that one low, make it 1-1. So that one was hit well off the bat of Felix. An unfortunate out number one. Thankfully it wasn't two. Again, Paolini was way off second base. Waddell DHing tonight. Here's the 1-1, misses outside, make it 2-1. But in those first 2 games, a couple of hits, hit the ball well. He's earned a walk. Probably should have had a couple of more walks the way he's been taking pitches. He's got a 2-1 count now against Bertram on the mound. Both these guys, very new players. Here's the 2-1, checked his swing. Pitch missed, did not go, says the third base umpire behind the pitcher. Count is 3-1. Again, I don't think he went there, at least from up here. It didn't look like it, but I always like whenever the umpire behind the, if you ask the umpire that's behind the mound, that call, unless you 1,000% think he went, you say he didn't, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one misses outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. The second Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar of the game for Evansville, just the third on the season for Bertram. He's already more walks in this game than he's had all season. Now he faces the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce, in a big spot. 0 for 6 in the series, trying to turn that around as Pierce. Struck out looking his last time up. Corners in, middle infield back, preparing for the double play. First pitch, swinging, fouls it off the net behind the plate and counts 0-1. Went breaker on that pitch to start off the inning. Couple of singles and a walk surrounding a fly out to left. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Takes the fastball, middle, make it 0-2. All of a sudden, Pierce down behind 0-2 for the second straight at bat, although he did work it back to full his last time up. Bertram comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off by Pierce. Count stays at 0-2. So far, it feels like Bertram just trying to find that put-away pitch. Obviously, he got Pierce in the first game, or first step out of the game, but you had Benson earlier. He went down 0-2 before he earned a walk. Hasn't been able to get that in this inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Broken bat, looper into right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run will score. Everybody will stay where they're at. It'll play station to station. The Otters jump out in front early, 1-0. That bat died a hero. And you can always get your lumber at Niehaus Lumber. As the Otters jump out in front early in this ball game. Top of the second inning with just 1 away and already 4 hits for them in this game, as they've also earned 2 walks. And now we're going to have a meeting on the mound between the pitching coach and Bertram. Last night felt like a game that they hadn't played in a long time. Really at all in the month of August, or at least since that middle game in Windy City. But tonight feels a lot more like the way they've been playing in the month of August. Again, a 15-10 record. They've won 11 of their last 14 games. And here comes the home plate umpire, David Ortiz, to break up that meeting on the mound, as Graham Brown's going to step in with the bases loaded and still just one away. So now everybody gets back to their positions. And now Graham Brown will have a chance to add to that 1-0 lead that Evansville just got. First pitch swinging, but he comes up empty. He'll start behind 0-1. Again, Brown, 2 hits last night. He's grounded out 4 times in this series. That's all 4 of the outs he's recorded so far. Time called by Brown. Steps out and resets himself here. Again, a big spot. Obviously, it's still in the second inning, but you would love to add some more runs with the bases loaded here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the ground towards first. They're going to come home with it out for 1. They're going to have to tag Cruz. I think he kept his foot on the back, but wanted to make sure. So they just get 1. The inning will continue. Looks like could have been a double play. But Brown gets to first. Everybody moves over. And the inning continues to J.T. Benson, who walked his first time up. And again, a big spot here. Now you're in a 2-out spot. You would love to add some more runs if possible. First pitch to Benson. Finds his own for strike 1. Benson earned a walk his first time up, went down 0-2 before earning the walk. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the ground towards short. Diaz plays it. He'll go to first in the dirt, and it's not in time. Benson beats out the infield single, and they get a second run in the inning. J.T. Benson, an infield single. The speed kills for the Otters. Now it's 2-0 Evansville. And now L.J. Jones going to try to do some damage here. He's got the bases loaded, and he's hit the ball really well with the bases loaded this year. First pitch finds the zone for strike 1. Started off his night with a single his last time up, following up his 2-hit performance last night. Included a double down the third base line. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses just outside. A great take from Jones, make it 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one misses outside. Another great take from LJ. Make it 2-1. I think that's the thing that he's gotten a lot better at this month of August. He's taking so many good at-bats. Those are a couple of tough takes for him. 2-0 pitch popped up right side. Under it is Smith into foul territory, and he brings it in for out number 3. So the Otters get a couple of runs on some singles from Dennis Pierce and J.T. Benson, but they leave the bases loaded. But they do have a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Beautiful sunset here in Gateway as a little twilight time here at the ballpark. Hear the golden glow out in left field. The shadows going out. Here in the bottom of the second inning, the Otters already out in front for the first time this series, 2-0. Did strand the bases loaded in the second, but getting a couple of runs to jump out in front early and give Yohan Gonzalez an early lead is always a good thing. And now Gonzalez will step in for the second inning. After working a 1-2-3 inning in the first, he walked the first batter he saw, and then a strike him out, throw him out of Gabe Holt and Victor Castillo got 2 outs, and then DJ Stewart grounded out to short on a bang-bang play. It'll be Sawyer Smith to lead it off here in the second inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Line over to short. Cruz will dive for it, but gets past him. And a leadoff single for Sawyer Smith. And for the second straight inning, Gateway has a leadoff base runner. And that will bring in Jose Alvarez, making his 75th appearance of the season, entering with a .327 batting average, a .387 OBP, a couple of home runs, 8 doubles. During his time this year, he enters with 93 hits, does the 25-year-old catcher. First pitch to Alvarez. That one's lined to center field. That one's going to drop in front of Paolini. Smith will round second, but stay there. And back-to-back singles. And all of a sudden, Gateway is going to try to, or they're threatening here in the second, trying to get those runs back. Now it'll be Abdiel Diaz. He had the big 3-run home run in the third last night that jumped Gateway up to 5-0. That was his 8th home run of the season. Now his 39 RBIs. In his 57th game of the season, saw him make a great defensive play out there, just couldn't complete it. Now Gonzalez will deliver the first pitch to him. Misses just outside for ball 1. That's just the third pitch he's thrown in this inning. Both those first 2 at-bats were first pitch singles. Diaz in his 5th season as a Grizzly in his age 30 season. The 1-0 pitch misses low and wide, make it 2-0. So after giving up a couple of hits, he's missed the zone on back-to-back pitches has Gonzalez. The Otters with an early 2-0 lead, but Gateway, the tying run at first, go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one misses. Count moves to 3-0. Trying to work too nitpicky around the edges, it feels like at this point. Now he's behind 3-0 to Diaz. And at this point, you can't groove one down the middle. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Finds the inside corner for strike 1. A great pitch. Make it 3-1 now. As far as average goes, Diaz with his best season, but OBP, one of his worst seasons. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one misses ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Still with no one away here in the second. Again, this is the kind of game that we've seen from Gonzalez before, where struggles with his command and getting outs early before he finally starts to get into the game. But right now, you need to avoid the big inning. He's done it pretty well so far, but a dangerous batter up at the plate, and Mark Schallenberger. Gonzalez comes set, delivers the first pitch to Schallenberger. Finds the zone at the knees for strike 1. A big pitch there to get out in front early. The St. Louis kid back in his hometown after spending 5 seasons back in Evansville. Spent 24 with Evansville and then spent the summer with Williamsport in the MLB Draft League. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses wide, make it 1-1. With you, he had 17 home runs, 21 doubles during his senior year. Overall, had 38 home runs, 54 doubles, and 213 games played for the Purple Aces. Gonzalez trying to avoid a big inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one hit deep out to right. That one is deep at the wall, and that one is fair and gone. A grand slam for Mark Schallenberger, and this game has been flipped. It's now Gateway with the 2-run lead. They're up 4-2. Just went after a pitch over the middle of the plate, and at the short porch, no chance this thing wasn't getting out. The only question is if it was fair or foul, and it stayed fair. Now he got a reset here, still no one away in the second. First pitch to Thomas, misses high for ball 1. Thomas in his 89th game for Gateway this season did not play last night. The 1-0 pitch misses high, make it 2-0. Again, a pretty much wide open bullpen for Evansville, including Ryan Wiltsey, who can give you length. 2-0 pitch, that one misses tight, make it 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Thomas. That one does find the zone. Back in the count, make it 3-1. There's no one out here in the bottom of the second, already 4 in. Gonzalez trying to rebound. Here's the 3-1. Fouled off, count runs full. Thomas, a former teammate of Graham Brown, spent 2020 through 2022 with Coastal Carolina before joining Florida for the 23 and 24 seasons. His second year as a Grizzly. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses just inside for ball 4, and the 5th straight runner to reach here in the second inning. And again, Gonzalez has been really good, especially when he's gotten into games and settled in. You hope that maybe he can figure it out in this inning and then get into one of his stretches where he just is unhittable. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, how long is the leash on him? Again, with a guy like Ryan Wiltsey, who is fully rested up and can go out there and give you some really big innings out of the bullpen. Otters trail by 2. First pitch is fouled off, and he jumps out in front of Mateo 0-1. But again, by no means are the Otters out of this game. They are still out hitting Gateway. Still have a chance to get out of this inning. If he can get out of this inning without giving up any more runs, set him up. The next pitch, backdoor breaker. Didn't quite find the zone, make it 1-1. Just needs to try to find a way to keep Evansville in this game. Runner takes off. Pitch is flown out to right field into foul territory. In on it is Benson and Jones, but it's going to get out of play. And the count will move to 1-2. Both starters so far have worked through some issues. The Otters had the bases loaded in the top of the second. They scored a couple of runs in those spots, but didn't add any more. Gateway with their bases loaded hit a grand slam. Still no one out here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Mateo. That one lined to center field. In on his Paolini. Still coming in and bringing it in for out number 1. Finally gets the first out of the inning. Hopefully this can start a trend for Gonzalez. And with 1 away, back to the top of the lineup, and Victor Castillo. Here's the first pitch to Castillo. It misses low for ball 1. Castillo walked his first time up. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Runner takes off. Pitch misses outside. Throw down is not in time. Thomas with the big slide almost fell off the bag, but he gets back on it. A short throw there from Felix. And the stolen base for Thomas puts a runner in scoring position here with one away. Pitch was called ball 2. It just missed outside. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Backdoor breaker doesn't break quite enough. Count runs to 3-0. Gonzalez comes set, trying to work around this 3-0 count. Here is the pitch. Finds the outside corner for strike 1. Back in the count now at 3-1. Castillo last night went 1 for 4. A couple hits over his last couple of games for Castillo. 3-1 pitch. That one misses outside, ball 4. Another walk for Gonzalez. Now the runners at first and second, still just 1 away. Still no one up in the Otters bullpen. But here comes Max Peterson out to talk with his pitcher. Again, the Otters still only trail by 2 here. It's 4-2 in the bottom of the second inning. If Gonzalez can find his way back into these counts, and get into one of those grooves where he starts setting down batters in order. The key for him in every one of his starts, amidst maybe some issues with giving up hits or walks, is that he's kept Evansville in the ball game just long enough for them to complete those comebacks. At this point in the game, he's gotten just 1 out in this inning, facing his 8th batter of the inning. Can't let this one get out of hand. The Otters went down by 5 runs early in last night's game and never really had a shot. You want to avoid that tonight. If you're going up early, immediately have given up the lead off the Mark Schallenberger grand slam. And now Holt steps in after striking out his first time up. The only strikeout for Gonzalez so far tonight. Here's the first pitch to Holt. Misses outside for ball 1. .41 pitches for Gonzalez so far. 23 of them have missed. So Gonzalez comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside, make it 2-0. And once again, pitching from behind is Gonzalez. Inning in a third for him. He's already walked 4 batters, given up 3 hits. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one finds the zone. It's going to land into left field. Taylor over towards it. It's going to land in fair territory. At least one will score. Taylor plays it off the wall. Second run's going to come in to score as well. His throw comes into third. And add 2 more runs. Gateway up 6-2. And now Evansville, for the second straight night, is going to have their work cut out for them. As now GJ Stewart is going to step in. Gateway has been able to hit him well. Gonzalez also struggled with command, and overall it has not been working for him in this game. First pitch to Stewart, that one's lined out to left. It's going to go foul. And the count will start at 0-1. Ninth hitter coming up to the bat in this inning. He's still only gotten 1 out in this inning. Still no action in the Otters bullpen. Gonzalez sets, looks back at second base, and delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one's popped up into foul territory. That one's going to get out of play, and the count will move to 0-2. He's got a batter here at 2 strikes. In Stewart, who grounded out his first time up. That ended the first inning, and the first inning went 1-2-3, and the second inning has fallen apart. 6 runs in. Otters trail 6-2 after scoring 2 runs of their own in the top half. Gonzalez comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Line out to right. That one's going to stay foul. Count stays 0-2. Big matchups for Ottawa and New York. Ottawa still trailing by 1 in the bottom of the 7th. They better get their act together as New York's up 5-0 on top of the 6th. Next pitch to Stewart. Misses low and wide, make it 1-2. Wasn't chasing there. So New York, if scores were to stay where they're at, they would clinch a playoff spot this season. Be the last playoff spot to be clinched. The 1-2 pitch, taken just low. Make it 2-2. Other games to watch out for, Lake Erie and Joliet are tied at 1, with Down East actually beating Washington 2-1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's lined out to left. It's hooking, but it's going to land foul, and the count will stay 2-2. Almost added another run. Stewart turns back to the right-handed batter's box, facing Gonzalez. Stewart, team leader at home runs with 18 on the season. Team leader in RBIs with 80 as well, batting in the 3-hole. Trying to keep up this hot second inning that they've scored 6 runs already in. Here's the next 2-2 pitch. On the ground towards short. Cruz will play it on a backhand. He will go to first base in time for out number 2, keeping that runner at second base. So with 2 outs, it's up to Sawyer Smith, who started off this inning with a single into left field. For those wondering if Lake Erie were to win tonight with Washington losing, that would also lock up the division for them. First pitch to Smith, misses outside for ball 1. Smith steps back in, the left-handed hitting first baseman in his first professional season. Here's the 1-0 pitch, misses outside, make it 2-0. Holt leads off second base. He's got 2 of the 6 RBIs, Schallenberger with the other 4 on his grand slam. Gonzalez looks in and comes set. Delivers the 2-0 pitch to Sawyer Smith, big swing, but he comes up empty. Make it 2-1. Florence and Schomburg in the bottom of the 6th inning. Florence jumps out in front 1-0. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's popped up into center field. Cruz out. In on it is Paolini. It's Taylor calling everybody off, and he brings it in for out number 3 and finally ends the big second inning. 6 runs come in, and the Otters have to play from behind 4 in tonight's ball game as we head to the 3rd here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Otters have to play from behind for the 2nd straight night. They got 2 runs in the top half of the last inning. Fortunately, they stranded the bases loaded. And then in the bottom of the 2nd inning, the Gateway responded. A grand slam from former ace Mark Schallenberger, and then a 2-run double from Gabe Holt has them out in front 4 here in the penultimate game of the 2025 season. It'll be Keenan Taylor to lead it off here in the third inning. Ton of batters in that second inning. Evansville used 8 batters to score a couple of runs. Gateway used 10 to score their 6 runs. Bertram back out there for another inning of work. Gives a short wind and delivers the first pitch to Taylor. Misses inside for ball 1. Taylor coming off his 4-4 night grounder out his first time up. Just his second at-bat of the night. Really need to try to get something going here early against Bertram. Again, they've had some good success over him, but so far already stranded 5 base runners. The 1-0 pitch on the ground towards third, played cleanly by Thomas. Throw to first a bit high, but in time for out number 1. So with 1 out, it's Stephen Paolini. He led off the second inning with a single, eventually scored on the Dennis Pierce single. Love to see if these lefties can continue to hit this guy in the mound. He has not recorded a single out against the lefty yet tonight. First pitch backdoor breaker does not break enough, make it 1-0. The Otters on their bench have a couple of lefties, Crix Tavares and Cohen Wilbanks. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Went with the changeup. That one missed outside too. Make it 2-0. So good at bat so far here from Paolini. Good bounce back performance from him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Went fastball there, found the zone. Make it 2-1. Cruz awaiting on deck. He also singled in that first inning, and he got to third base before being thrown out at home. 2-1 pitch. Went backdoor. Called strike 2. It's a bit outside, but called strike either way. Now Paolini has to battle from behind with 2 strikes in the count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Lifted up to center field. Castillo in on it. Over towards his right, and he brings it in for out number 2. And that'll be J.J. Cruz. Final hope for the Otters here in the third inning. At this point in this game, you'd love to get back at least just 1 run in this inning. Again, you're down by 4. This offense has been able to prove that they can score runs, score them in bunches, and come from behind, but don't want to wait. Not against this Gateway team. Here's the first pitch to Cruz. Went backdoor, found the zone for strike 1. Cruz hit his up the middle. It was outfield bound until Diaz was able to get a stop on it, but wasn't able to make the play at second base. The 0-1 went fastball. Couldn't get to it. Make it 0-2 to J.J. Cruz. I think it was probably more of a sinker pitch from Bertram. Now he's working from behind or ahead of Cruz 0-2. Here's the pitch. Went fastball, swung on and missed for strike 3. So the Otters go 1-2-3 in the third. We'll head to the bottom half after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. To
the bottom of the third we go. Yoel Gonzalez back out there for another inning of work, trying to rebound here after giving up 6 runs in the bottom of the second. But again, we've seen him give up runs before and then be able to bounce back. This is the most runs he's given up in a start all year. The most he had given up in any start this year was 4 before. Already's given up 6. But again, we've seen him have some starts like this where he struggles early and then became able to lock in and settle in. Hopefully he can do that here. First against Jose Alvarez, the first one to face him here in the third. First pitch to the catcher, that one softly lit to center field. It's going to get through for a base hit. And it will be a leadoff single from Jose Alvarez. The 5th hit of the night for Gateway. Both teams with 5 hits in the game so far. It's been the walks that have really killed Yoan tonight. So it'll be Abdiel Diaz who walked his first time up. Him and Alvarez both scored on the Mark Schallenberger Grand Slam. Gonzalez comes set, delivers the first pitch to Diaz. That one's flown to center. And on is Paolini, so is Taylor. It'll be Paolini who calls Taylor off and brings it in for out number 1. So with 1 away, it's Mark Schallenberger, the former Purple Ace. Spent 5 seasons in Evansville and just threw the first punch in tonight's ball game against Evansville, at least, against his former home for 5 seasons. First pitch to Schallenberger here is on the ground towards first, but foul, make it 0-1. Well, Schallenberger's 14th home run of the season. Team leading 459 OBP. It's basically been the same hitter he was at UE. As now we will reset the pitch clock and step back in. Count still 0-1 to Schallenberger. In right field tonight, he's kind of been in between first base, right field, also DHing a ton this season with Gateway. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Schallenberger, backdoor breaker, misses just a bit low, makes it 1-1. Schallenberger in his first professional season in game 81. 68 hits on the season, 48 walks. Pops that one up. Shallow right field. It's Graham Brown now coming into the infield for it. And getting under it for out number 2. So Gonzalez has gotten back-to-back outs after giving up that single. And now it'll be Dale Thomas who walked his first time up as well. And this is the kind of bounce back we were hoping for from Yoan. Again, struggled in that second inning, but so far in a good rebound inning. First pitch to Thomas. Misses just low for ball 1. Thomas this season with 15 home runs, second on the Grizzlies in game 89 after getting last night off. The 1-0 pitch, that one's lifted into right field. Out on is Benson, still going back. He's at the wall, and it is gone. A 2-run shot into the short porch out in right, and add 2 more to the Gateway lead. They're now up 8-2. Tough to tell if that was would have been deep enough at other ballparks. But here, it was plenty deep enough with Benson running out of room. And now with an 8-2 lead, it'll be the 9-0 hitter Edwin Mateo up with 2 away in this inning. First pitch, misses outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Mateo. That one misses outside, make it 2-0. The Otters now getting action in their bullpen. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Backdoor breaker, that one does find the zone, make it 2-1. Mateo's first time up flew out to center field, 0 for 1. Fouls that one off of the backstop. Felix make it 2-2. And if we were at Bossy Field, that would have been a very close play at the wall. Here at Gateway, it was a no-doubter out to right field. 2-2 pitch on the ground towards first. Brown will play it on the run. He can't quite, and it gets past his glove. And that's one you want your second baseman to get, that's for sure. See what they give him on that one. Fielders or scorer's discretion. I believe it's Ryan Wiltsey up and working, which would make sense. Either way, inning continues to Victor Castillo, who has walked both times. He's been at the plate tonight. First pitch. Trying to go breaker, but missed it wide to make it 1-0. They do give the error to Graham Brown at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one fouled off, make it 1-1. Unfortunate error for Brown there. He's been so good at pretty much anywhere Evansville put him at. Count 1-1. Quick look at first. Now Gonzalez comes set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, but he fouled it off. Make it 1-2. Right now, you'd love for Gonzalez to get out of this inning and probably set up Wiltsey for a clean inning in the fourth. Leading off first base is Mateo after reaching on the error. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken up and away, make it 2-2. Otters behind 8-2 here in the third inning. It's going to be a long road back. First, you got to get out of this inning to get your hitters back up. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, count runs full. So Castillo will be on the move. Here's the payoff pitch. Taken high, ball four, Castillo's third walk of the game. Puts runners at first and second, still 2 away. And now here comes Max Peterson out of the dugout, and that will do it for his pitcher. So Gonzalez only goes 2 2/3, just couldn't find his stuff tonight. We will have a new pitcher on the mound for Evansville after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Otters call to the bullpen is Ryan Wiltsey. Wiltsey on the mound. Behind the plate is Justin Felix. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Wiltsey is making his 17th appearance out of the bullpen this season. In those 16 appearances, he has a 3.89 ERA in 37 innings. He's given up 16 earned runs in that time, struck out 33, only walked 13. He has also made 7 starts, and in that time, he has an 8.82 ERA as a starter. But again, as a bullpen pitcher, a 3.89 ERA overall in the season, a 6.2 ERA. But again, that is expanded by his 7 starts where he just hasn't had his best stuff. But this is the type of game he has pitched his best stuff in, where he's been asked on to come in early here. Enters with a couple of runners on, 2 away here in the bottom of the third. He will face Gabe Holt to lead off his outing. Just needs 1 out. Holt last time up doubled in a couple of runs. He's 1 for 2 in the game. He also struck out. The 1 strikeout for Gonzalez tonight. First pitch on the ground to first, but foul, and he'll start behind 0-1. Wiltsey last year pitched a 40 innings out of the bullpen, a 4.5 ERA. This year out of the bullpen has been even better. He's had a lot of long outings out of the bullpen. His last time out against Florence on the 27th went 2 scoreless innings. Gave a couple of hits, struck out 2, didn't walk anybody. The 0-1 pulled the string on him. Now it's an 0-2 count from Ryan Wiltsey. Again, the Otters trail by 6, but at a ballpark like this and a game like this, no reason they can't come back. They've had some success against the pitcher on the mound so far. You'd love to see him try to do it here, but first you got to get him back to the plate. Here's the 0-2. Check his swing on a pitch that just missed low and in, make it 1-2. Second to last game on the season. Tomorrow night will be Alex Canny on the mound. Still wait to be determined who it'll be on the mound for Gateway. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Try to go breaker, but missed it high and wide. Just didn't get the grip on it. Make it 2-2. Wiltsey in his second professional season. Again, he's been even better out of the bullpen this season. Try to use him as a starter, and he's had some good starts this year, but just hasn't had the stuff in those long outings. 2-2 pitch, grounded foul. Count stays 2-2. And I think we've kind of seen it with Yoan for the most part this year. It's just a different type of preparation, different type of way you pitch. With Yoan, it was more consistent as a reliever, but he had been excellent as a starter, especially limiting big outings. This is really his first blow-up outing he's had this year. With Wiltsey, it's kind of been the opposite. Really struggled as a starter, but when he's been out of the bullpen, he has been excellent. 2-2 is lifted to the left side. Pierce gives it a look, but it gets out of play. Count stays 2-2. Both runners currently on the field, one at second, one at first, are both given to Yoan Gonzalez, but neither of them would be earned if they were to score because they came after the error from Graham Brown. Wiltsey comes set and delivers the next 2-2 pitch. Fastball taken just inside. Count runs full. Another good pitch, but didn't get the swing, didn't get the call. Wiltsey agrees. Holds, now sets. And steps off and resets himself. Count is full. Both runners will get a head start in this next pitch. Again, you would love to keep this scoreline where it's at. Here's the payoff pitch. Runners take off. That one's lined to left, but foul. Count stays full. Holt, big swing. He fell onto his knee after that one. And again, as I mentioned earlier, the only pitcher probably not available out of the bullpen tonight is Jackson Maloof. Everyone else should be available. Ton of arms that have all looked good this season. Wiltsey on the mound, still looking for his sign, now agrees and sets. Here's the next payoff pitch. Lifted to center field, in on his Paolini. Doesn't have to go far, though. He gets under it and brings it in for out number 3. So Wiltsey strands the 2 runners he was asked to. But 2 more runs come in. The Otters trail 8-2 as we head to the 4th here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head into the fourth inning here in the second to last game of the 2025 season, and the Otters are going to need a big comeback if they want to win tonight. They trail 8-2 as we head to the fourth inning. 8-9-1 due up in this inning. Felix, Waddell, and Pierce. Good chance for this part of the lineup to try to get some runs back. Felix and Waddell can set the top of the lineup up. Again, this team has had some success against Bircham so far. They went 1-2-3 in the third, but before that had a ton of base runners. They strained at 5 in the first 2 innings. Then after scoring 2, Gateway exploded for 6 runs. First pitch to Felix, called strike 1. Felix did not agree, but he has to fight from behind 0-1. After 6 runs, 4 of them coming off the bat of Mark Schallenberger. A couple more runs scored on another home run in the bottom of the third. Next pitch misses low and wide, make it 1-1. Felix trying to stay hot, hit the ball well his last time up and lined out to left field. Here's the next pitch, checked his swing, but he fouled it off into the catcher. Make it 1-2 as Alvarez comes up a little bit gimpy. And home plate umpire will give him some time as Alvarez will go out there and talk with his pitcher, just give himself some time to reset. Felix, over his last 2 games he's started, he's 3 for 6. A couple of home runs back in the series finale against Windy City. He's earned a walk, went 1 for 2 in his last start with a walk in that game and scored a run. And again, you'd love to see him try to set the top of the lineup up with him and Waddell, a couple of catchers at the bottom of this lineup. Alvarez back behind the plate now. Felix stepping back in with the count 1-2. Bircham on the mound is ready. He winds and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Tried to go the breaker, but missed way wide, make it 2-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Can't get to the off-speed pitch. Make it 1 out as Bircham has set down 5 straight Otters. Now it's Chase Waddell, the last lefty in the lineup for Evansville. He walked his first time up. Mentioned college football here on this Saturday. Matt Will's K-State for losing in Ireland. They're down 17-21 to North Dakota. Not a good start over there. First pitch to Waddell. Trying to go back door on the fastball, but missed, make it 1-0. Had the big Texas and Ohio State game. They went the way of Ohio State, 14-7. The 1-0 pitch finds the back door on that one, make it 1-1. Oklahoma up 28-3 against Illinois State. Iowa up 24-7 against UAlbany. Graham Brown's Coastal Carolina Chanticleers down 7-42 to Virginia. The 1-1 pitch out in front of the off-speed, fouls it off directly back, make it 1-2. Florida, 38-0 over their FCS opponent. Ranked Texas A&M up 21-10 over UTSA at halftime. Here's the next 1-2 pitch. Doesn't go after that one as it misses inside. Make it 2-2. The big matchup tonight, Clemson and LSU. They're knotted up at 3 in the second quarter. Wow. Almost just said second inning. Got baseball in the mind, of course. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Waddell. Swung on and missed. Can't catch up to the slider, and there's 2 away with a couple of strikeouts. And now back to the top of the lineup, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce, who is 1 for 2 at the single. Knocked in the first run of the game for Evansville. At that point, made it 1-0. Sticking with the Big Ten, Michigan up 17-7 over New Mexico late in the second quarter. Pierce fouls that one off, make it 0-1. USC an early big lead over Missouri State, 34-10. Weird to say USC is a Big Ten team. Some Big Ten games earlier. IU won their opener, 27-14. That pitch, front door breaker, just finds his own. Pierce behind 0-2, and he didn't have to battle from behind. Third straight time tonight, Pierce has gone behind 0-2 early here against Bertram. Oregon won their opener by a wide margin. That IU game, a couple of long runs given up by IU, but overall they had a lot of control in that game. 2-2 pitch, went with the slider outside, but wasn't biting, make it 1-2. Maryland won their opener over FAU. Hey, Purdue. Keely Taylor's Purdue Boilermakers won 31-0. Northwestern did lose their opener, 23-3. That pitch misses low and wide, make it 2-2. So once again, Pearson, another good at-bat here. JT Benson's Louisville Cardinals won 51-17 in their opener as well. Again, a lot of these games are kind of tune-up games. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Pierce. Line to short, right to Diaz, and brought in for out number 3. So the Otters go 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Wilty will be back out there after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Otters trailing 8-2, and Ryan Wiltsey, after getting the final out in the third, will try to keep the 6-run deficit where it's at, trying to keep Evansville obviously not within striking distance right now, but just keep them where they're at and give them a chance to complete that comeback. It'll be DJ Stewart to lead off this game, or this inning. He's grounded out to shortstop both times. That was both against Yohan Gonzalez, the starter. Wiltsey will face Stewart, Smith, and Alvarez in this inning. Here's the short wind and delivery to Stewart. First pitch check to swing, doesn't matter, it's in the zone. He'll start behind 0-1. Again, Evansville just trying to stay within this ballgame. It's just a chance to complete a comeback if possible. Here's the 0-1 pitch. With the breaker, found the outside corner, make it 0-2. Again, they had a similar situation to this back in a game against Mississippi on July 3rd. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Stewart. Swung on and missed. Went after the fastball. A German-American bank strikeout for Ryan Wiltsey, and there's one away. Back on July 3rd, Otters went down early in that game. Went down early, down by 5 early. Wiltie came in to start the 3rd inning and then was excellent through five scoreless innings. Eventually got hit in the 6th inning of work. Ended up going 5 2/3, allowing 2 runs. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Kept Evansville in long enough to get within 1. They would end up losing that game 7-6. So in that outing, he did not walk anybody and struck out 9. He already has 1 strikeout here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's popped up into foul territory. It's going to get out of play. No, it's going to stay in. Oh, just landed in the Otters dugout. Landed right next to the trainer, Mandy Flagg. Otters not able to get to that one, make it a 1-1 count. Again, as a reliever, Wiltie has been dominant at times. Again, talked about that Mississippi game. He did it another, a couple of other outings as well, where he just comes in and starts pitching really well in short or unexpected outings, I guess. Here's the 1-1. On the ground towards first. Jones will backhand it. Toss to Wiltie covering first base in time, and there are 2 away. Couple of quick outs for Wiltie, and it'll be Jose Alvarez, who is 2 for 2, 2 singles. He has seen 2 pitches tonight, has Alvarez. We'll see if he sees any more in this at-bat than the one he has to see. Wiltie winds and delivers the first pitch to Alvarez. Goes to the breaker. That misses outside for ball 1. First pitch he's taken tonight. He has scored on the Schallenberger home run. He's also scored on the Dale Thomas home run. 1-0 on the ground towards short. Cruz plays it. Spin throw to first in the dirt. Snagged by Jones in time for out number 3. Great play by Short. Great play by the first baseman. And Wiltie works a 1-2-3-4. We're heading to the 5th. Otters trailing by 6 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
We're into the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottomless apps are now here. They're dining only. Visit either Evansville location, 545 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. I mentioned it's diner only. I mean, you go to B-Dubs, why would you ever want to get it to go? Especially on a Saturday night like this. You got college football, LSU and Clemson. You can go in there and watch some football, some of your buddies, get some bottomless apps. It's a great time. Well, the Otters not having as good of a time here in this game. They're down 8-2. Gateway has played well in offense, but Wiltie's come in and gotten 4 straight outs. And now the Otters are going to try to respond on their offensive end with Graham Brown to lead it off. It'll be Brown, Benson, and Jones. Brown 0 for 2. Benson is 1 for 1, and Jones is 1 for 2. Good part of the lineup to start a potential rally here for Evansville. Brown and Jones both with 2 hit nights last night. Benson, of course, has been excellent this month. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single tonight. And you got Keenan Taylor in the 4-hole in this inning. Here's the first pitch to Brown. Takes that one a bit high for ball 1. Obviously, it's a big hill to climb. They've not won a game when trailing by as many as 6 runs this year. That pitch misses inside, make it 2-0. They have, like I said, completed some comebacks. They were down 5-0 against Mississippi earlier in the year, and they almost came back and won that game. They've had a few of these comebacks where they were down a big and almost completed the comeback. 2-0, fouled off to the left side, make it 2-1. And then lost it at the end, so they still have a shot. You know, like I said, the offense can come through in a big way. You got a small ballpark here in Gateway. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Brown. Fastball misses high, make it 3-1. That being said, Bertram on the mound has set down 7 straight Otters. He's really locked in. Kind of what we said about Yohan Gonzalez, about the way he had kind of gotten into those grooves. Brown trying to break it up, though. Here is the 3-1 pitch. Front door breaker, a beauty of a pitch, finding the inside corner, and it makes the count full. Bertram working quickly. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled off by Brown, off the glove of Alvarez, so the Brown stays alive. Brown tonight has grounded out twice. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Man, he has 2 hits in this series, and other 5 outs he's recorded have been ground outs. Again, you play in a ballpark like this, Gateway has a ton of ground ball pitchers. There's some action in the Gateway bullpen. Again, Bertram, a guy who hasn't gone more than 5 1/3, or 75 pitches. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. A leadoff Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar, and there is one on for JT Benson, who walked his first time up. He walked his first time and hit an RBI single his last time up. That scored Chase Waddell. And again, you've got Brown, Benson, Jones, and Taylor. All of them are sluggers in this lineup. If you can get a chunk here, set yourself up a chance to come back. First pitch front door breaker didn't quite break enough. Make it 1-0. Still in the 5th inning here. Chance to get some runs and put yourself in the right direction. Obviously a tough bullpen to face against Gateway, but Evansville's been able to get to him before. 1-0, swinging at that one. Can't catch up to the fastball, make it 1-1. Benson last night, as mentioned, 0 for 4. Went 1 for 4 in the series finale against Florence. Opened up that series with a 2-home-run game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Misses low, gets away, and Brown is going to advance to second base on a slow jog. So that puts a runner in scoring position for Evansville with a 2-1 count to JT Benson. Still no one out here in the 5th inning. Bertram trying to work around that leadoff walk and that wild pitch. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Misses outside, gets away from Alvarez, but not enough for Brown to advance. Count moves to 3-1. Brown stays at second base. Warming up in the bullpen is the former starter, now excellent reliever, Claudio Galva. There's a 2.86 ERA and 27 appearances this season. A southpaw warming up, opposed to the right-handed pitcher on the mound. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Benson. On the ground towards third, but foul. Count runs full for the second time this inning. Again, 3 walks in this game for Bertram so far. Entered this game with just 1 walk on the season for Gateway. Now in danger of walking his 4th batter of the night, but he's got the count to full. Brown leads off second base. Here's the payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Benson thought it was ball 4, but instead he's going back to the Otters dugout with 1 away. And now there's 1 away with a runner still at second base for LJ Jones. And at this point, just try to get some runs back if at all possible. Scored 2 back in the 2nd. Here's the first pitch to Jones. That one misses low, gets away, but kept it in front, did Alvarez. Bounced up, actually almost got Jones on the ricochet. He was able to get out of the way. Now they're chatting it up behind the plate, probably joking about it. Counts 1-0. Jones, of course, one of those guys in the batter's box, always jovial, always super friendly, whether he's on the field or off the field. Won the Fran Reardon Citizenship Award, and for good reason. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, chopped to third, but foul. Played well by McCauley at third base. Make it 1-1. Taylor awaiting on deck. He'd love a shot here to hit with runners on after the way he hit last night. A couple of ground outs for him. Jones at the plate, 1 for 2 tonight after getting a couple of hits last night. The 1-1 pitch misses low, make it 2-1. One away in this inning was Benson called out on a 50-50 pitch down around the knees. Brown takes a sizable lead off second base. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Misses and gets away from Alvarez. This time Brown will get to third base. Alvarez taking his time to get to the ball. Count now 3-1 to LJ Jones. Third 3-ball count that Bertram has worked in this game or in this inning. Already well above his season high in pitches. Currently at 89. About to deliver pitch 90 here to LJ Jones after a quick conversation between him and his catcher. Seen a few more pitches this inning have gotten away, just really struggling with command. Count is 3-1 to LJ Jones as now Alvarez takes his time walking back behind the plate. Just trying to reset his pitcher on the mound and set himself up trying to get out of this fifth inning without allowing any runs up. Otters still trailing by 6, but if they can chip away by any means possible, it would be the good way to start this. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. Second deer head side walk, cafe and bar of the inning. Puts runners on the corners with 1 away for Keenan Taylor. And again, a lefty warming up in the bullpen. We'll see if they go to him now or if they wait with the lefty awaiting on deck. Nope, they will go to him now. So we'll have a new pitcher on the mound, take a short break. After that, we'll have a new pitcher here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Gateway call to the bullpen is Claudio Galva. Galva on the mound, Alvarez behind the plate. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. So Bertram exits after 4 1/3 innings. He walked a couple of batters in this inning. He walked 4 on the night after entering this ballgame with just 1 walk on the season. And now Galva will try to come in without allowing any of those 2 runners to score for him. He'll face the slugger Keenan Taylor to begin this at bat. Big spot in this game. Otters trail by 6. Don't want to wait any longer without getting runs on the board. Taylor, after going 4 for 4 last night, is grounded out twice. First pitch to him, misses outside for ball 1. Galva this year in 59 2/3 innings, he struck out 47. He's walked 27. Again, made 5 starts before becoming a bullpen pitcher. The 1-0, big swing. Wanted to do damage with that one, but can't get to it, make it 1-1. Wanted to send it out to the Loves, out past the highway, out past left field. Counts now 1-1. Galva on the mound, the southpaw with the righty Taylor due up, and then two lefties awaiting after Taylor. The 1-1 swung on, fouled off, make it 1-2. Again, it's kind of like one of these situations where you just want to pass the torch, get some hits, get some runs any way possible. At this point in this game, you cannot leave this inning without scoring any runs. Got to get at least one back, if not more. Here's the 1-2. On the ground to third, but foul. Count stays at 1-2. Again, Galva on the mound. He's been excellent out of the bullpen. Last 3 outings, he hasn't allowed a run. He's gone 2 2/3 innings in his last 3 outings, and then went 2 innings against Schaumburg. Earned the win to get 4 runs in that outing. Hopefully Evansville can get one of those tonight. Here's the 1-2. Popped up, foul territory. It's going to get up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count still 1-2. Again, the way this Otters team has played, especially the second half of August, you never feel like they're out of a ball game. That includes tonight. Chance to get some runs here. Runners on the corners, one away. Here's the next 1-2 pitch. That one hit out deep to left. If that one's fair, it's gone. It stays fair, and that one's long gone. Keenan Taylor, 3-run shot. And he has cut that Gateway lead in half. It's now 8-5. And boy, did the Otters need that. His second home run of the series already turns on the off-speed that was left in the middle of the plate. Now Stephen Paolini will try to follow that first pitch on the ground. That's through the second base hole, and a leadoff single for Paolini to restart the inning. And all of a sudden, the Otters with back-to-back hits off Galva. And now J.J. Cruz will step in, and he's hit the ball pretty well against lefties over the last couple of outings for him against those lefties, especially on the road. And this is a ballpark where he can excel. First pitch, no, they got Paolini picked off. Throw down is in time. He is out, and Paolini runs into an out. He was moving on first movement. Galva went to first, and Paolini was picked off, and there's 2 away. Talked about Paolini being excellent on the base paths this year in a short time here, but can't get the stolen base there, and now there's 2 away. J.J. Cruz standing in. No count yet. First pitch, that one swung out to center field. Coming in on his Castillo. He camps under it and brings it in for out number 3. So rough end of the inning, but the Otters get 3. They are now down by 3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the bottom of the Buffalo Wild Wings' 5th inning, brand new ball game. Otters now trail by 3 as Ryan Wiltsey has gotten 4 straight outs. Let's try to do the same here as now Evansville within striking distance here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. First pitch to Abdiel Diaz. Lifted the breaker too high, and he starts behind 1-0. Again, that's what I've been talking about. This team will fight from behind the way they've been playing for most of August. And big shot from Taylor to pump some adrenaline into their arms. Count moves to 1-1. And again, hopefully we can get another quick inning from Wilson and get those bats back up there quickly. Diaz tonight, 0 for 1 with a walk. The 1-1 goes top shelf breaker, finds the zone, make it 1-2. Diaz last night, the big 3-run home run that changed the game last night. Awaiting the 1-2 pitch. Went breaker, didn't quite get the swing though. Make it 2-2. Tried to go a little bit back foot breaker there, and wasn't a bad place at all, but Diaz wasn't fooled. Diaz, a switch hitting shortstop, has hit mostly in the left-handed batter's box this series. 2-2, soft looper into center field. That's going to get through past the glove of Graham Brown for a leadoff single. Got the jam shot he wanted, but Graham Brown couldn't quite range over in time. And now Wiltsey will have to work around that leadoff single facing Mark Schallenberger. The hometown kid playing for his hometown Grizzlies. The big grand slam tonight. He also popped out to second base. First pitch finds the zone at the knees for strike 1. Again, Wiltsey's worked well tonight. He's worked well out of the bullpen really all season. Love to see him try to work around this inning, keep this 3-run deficit where it's at. Don't let Gateway respond, because that's where the killer comes, when you score those runs and then you let Gateway respond in the bottom half of their innings. Here's the 0-1. Goes breaker, stopped in front of Felix, keeping that runner over at first base, make it 1-1. Felix taking his time to get back behind the plate to help his pitcher reset with the 1-1 count to Schallenberger. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Schallenberger. Goes fastball, top zone, make it 1-2. The Otters entering this series have won 5 straight series. They've won 6 of their last 7. 6 of their 8 in the month of August. Trying to get a win tonight to keep the hope of 6 straight series wins alive. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball up and in. Schallenberger almost went into that one. Make it 2-2. Counts 2-2 to Schallenberger. Wiltsey sets and delivers. Lifted out to left field. That's sending Taylor over. That one's at the wall, and that one is off the top of the wall. Taylor playing it, throwing into Cruz. They're going to hold the runner at third, and now there are runners at second and third with no one away after the double from Schallenberger. Schallenberger, who's a guy that hits the ball well to the pull side, able to rocket that one out, almost left the yard, just hit off the top of the wall. Tough to tell because it hit the white Deep Eddy vodka sign out and left. And now Gateway threatening to respond after the Otters scored 3. Runners to second and third, no one away for Dale Thomas, who was home run in this game. First pitch went breaker, found the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Wiltsey had both of the batters he faced this inning at 2 strikes. Both times they were able to stay alive and get hits. Again, Diaz was More of a jam shot that found its way into center field. Schallenberger's was rocketed out to left. That pitch just missed low, making 1-1. There is action in the Otters bullpen. I believe it's Gunnar Dennis. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Thomas. Goes breaker, finds the outside corner, make it 1-2. So again, another batter this inning at 2 strikes. Welty's trying to figure out the put-away pitch of this inning. No one holding on Schallenberger. He's getting a massive lead at second. Because why not? The 1-2 pitch, lifted to left center field. Taylor over towards it. He brings it in for out number 1. Throw's going to come to the plate. Not going to be cut off. Up the line. Great stop by Felix. Keep it in front of him. A run will score on the sac fly. But Felix able to save or keep Schallenberger at second by getting over towards it. But once again, 2-out, good swing. Puts that ball in play and gets a run in. It's now 9-5. Evansville, they trail by 4. But if they can get out of the inning still trailing by 4, that would still, at this point, be really considered a win. Next up is Edwin Mateo. Mateo tonight 0 for 2. He reached on an error his last time up. First pitch to Mateo, lost control of the off-speed pitch, missed high for ball 1. Final in Ottawa. Tri-City wins 5-4. New York's in the top of the 9th inning. They're up 6-2 against Sussex County. They are 1 inning away from securing a playoff spot. That would be the final spot, playoff spot secured. Lake Erie trailing Joliet 2-1, while Washington trailing Down East 3-2. If scores stand, they'll go into that final day. Lake Erie with the tiebreaker, but a team with a chance to jump out in front going into the final day of the regular season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaker finds the top of the zone, make it 1-1. Down at 71 miles per hour from Ryan Wiltsey. One away here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 1 already in. 1-1 popped up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is 1-2. Trying to limit the damage here in the bottom of the 5th. The Otters got 3 in the top half. Gateway got 1 on the sac fly. Schallenberger out at second base. Wiltsey comes set and delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one lifted deep out to right. Benson will watch it fly, and that one is long gone. Short porch claims another home run for Gateway. And they have matched the 3 in the top half for Evansville. The lead is back to 6. Mateo's 6th home run of the season. Adds 2 more runs. The 3rd home run hit by Gateway tonight. And back at the top of the lineup in Victor Castillo. Wiltsey had been so good the first couple of innings of work, but they have gotten to him here. First pitch to Castillo. Misses low for ball 1. It's kind of what I was saying. Obviously, getting those runs, whether it was next inning or this inning, doesn't really matter, but them answering those runs right after you get runs is almost a killer of momentum. That pitch finds the inside corner, making 1-1. It's now 11-5. Both teams have scored 3 runs in the 5th. Here's the 1-1. That one finds the zone at the knees, make it 1-2. Time called. Again, that one was well hit off the bat, but if we're back at Bosse, probably stays in play for Benson to make it. But instead, it's 2 more runs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's whipped out to center field. Out on his Paolini, still going back at the track. He brings it in on the run for out number 2. So Castillo's first at bat after walking 3 times goes as a flyout. And with 2 away, it'll be Cole Brannon pinch hitting for Gabe Holt. So Holt leaves the game. Don't know if it's more for defensive situations or just protective situations. Again, they're up by 6 at this point. Brandon, of course, the excellent defenseman. Probably go to center field, but we'll figure that out after this inning. First pitch to Brandon. Finds the zone? No. Called to ball 1. Maybe stayed a bit high. Counts 1-0. Mentioned Brandon, solid hitter, but an excellent defender. The 1-0 swung on a miss to make it 1-1. Wiltie just trying to exit this inning at this point. Jam shot single from Diaz, then the double from Schallenberger. Here's the 1-1 breaker, misses high, make it 2-1. Then it was a sac fly that scored a run. And then a 2-run shot from Mateo. That one middle. Went with the fastball, make it 2-2. All but negated the 3-run shot from Keenan Taylor in the top half of the inning. Now here's the 2-2 pitch to Brandon. That one lifted to right center field. Over towards it is Paolini. He's able to get under it with plenty of time for out number 3. But Gateway answers the 3 put up by Evansville in the bottom half of their own inning. That is the end of the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning with bottomless apps now here. It's dine and only. Visit either Evansville location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. Take a short break, and when we're back, we will be in the 6th inning here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the 6th inning here in Arsenal BG Ballpark. Otters trailing by 6 once again. Both teams scored 3 runs in the 5th. Some defensive changes for Gateway. I mentioned Cole Brandon came in and pinch hit. Brandon slots into center field. Castillo shifting over to right field. Schallenberger comes in to play first base, and Sawyer Smith moves from first to second base. With Diaz still at short, Thomas still at third, Mateo still in left, and Alvarez still behind the plate. First pitch to Felix misses low for ball 1. And Taylor hit the 3-run shot off of Galva. Paolini singled off of him, but was caught stealing, and then Cruz flew out to center field. The 1-0 pitch misses high and wide, make it 2-0. At this point in the game, again, got to have the same mentality you had in the 5th inning. Scored some runs and it worked there. You got to do it here in the 6th. Here's a 2-0 pitch to the Otters catcher. Swings through that changeup. Make it 2-1. Just couldn't quite make contact with that one for Felix. Felix tonight 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Hit the ball well his first time up, had a good at-bat his last time. The 2-1, big swing, but can't catch up to that off-speed. Make it 2-2. Felix now batting with the count evened up at 2-2. Galva comes set. Here's the 2 pitch from the southpaw. Fouled off, Felix stays alive, count stays at 2-2. Same situation that they're batting in here in the 4th, or from the 4th inning. Chance to set the top of the lineup up. Last time these two were up, though, they both struck out swinging. Although that was against the starter Burcham. It's now Galva on the mound. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Felix. Doesn't chase that one. That one missed just outside. Count runs full. Count is full. Galva looks in, comes set. Felix trying to lead off this 6th inning for the Otters. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. Count stays at 3-2. Felix steps back in. Here's the next payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Can't get to the off speed, and there's one away. Felix's second strikeout of the game with one away. It is Chase Waddell. Mentioned that Tri-City did beat Ottawa. Well, it's official. New York beat Sussex County. So Ottawa has missed out on the playoffs after starting off so low and getting themselves into a playoff spot. That battle with New York, they ended up coming up short. New York secures the final playoff spot in the Frontier League playoffs. First pitch to Waddell finds the front corner for strike one. The only thing left up to debate really is the Central Division. There's some seeding things still to be worked out as well. The 0-1 foul directly back, make it 0-2. Waddell walked his first time up and struck out swinging his last time. Big games right now, Lake Erie and Joliet. Lake Erie still down by 1. And then down east in Washington. Washington also down by 1. Those games both late. Galva sets, delivers the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and both catchers in the lineup for the Otters tonight go down swinging for the second straight time. And with 2 away, back to the top of the lineup, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce, who was 1 for 3 on the night, singled back in the second. Hit the ball well his last time up and lined it out to the shortstop, Diaz. Back half of the second to last game of the 2025 season as Pierce fouls that one back for strike one. It's been a long season filled with ups and downs. The Otters were on the highest of highs. They were 11 and 2 in their last 13 games before running into the buzzsaw of Gateway. The 0-1 off the end of the bat towards second base. Smith plays it, throw to first in time for out number 3. So the Otters go down 1-2-3 in the 6th. They head to the bottom half after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
The Otters called to the bullpen is Gunnar Dennis. Dennis on the mound behind the plate is Justin Felix. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repairs. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repairs located at 2319 North Green River Road or call 812-475-9000. Dennis enters this ballgame with a 2.18 ERA and 13 appearances. He's pitched in 12 and a third innings. He has struck out 20, has only walked 2 batters. He faces DJ Stewart to start this game, who was 0 for 3 in this game. First pitch, foul directly back, big swing from Stewart, but starts behind 0-1. Dennis, over his last 5 appearances, has pitched 4 and a third innings, hasn't allowed a single run, has only allowed 1 hit during that time, and 1 walk. The 0-1. Got an ugly swing from Stewart there. Didn't mean to go. And now the count's 0-2 to the Grizzlies DH. The Ole Miss product, southpaw on the mound, has been excellent for the Otters out of the bullpen. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul. Stewart's out in front of that one. Stays alive. Count stays 0-2. We'll see his Ole Miss teammate tomorrow, as he is the starter for tomorrow's game. And, of course, we could still see Dennis tomorrow if he only goes an inning, because they would not be against using him. Here's the next 0-2 pitch. Fastball taken high and wide, make it 1-2. Got at least 3 innings left to work. We'll see how the Otters deploy their bullpen in this one. Again, only used 3 pitchers last night. Would expect to see Phoebe tonight. Probably won't see Maloof at this point. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Stewart. Back foot breaker. I think it hit him. It did. Just nicked him. And so he loses the batter there on the hit by pitch. That is a tough one to take there. Had him at 1-2, tried to get him on the back foot breaker, but it just barely nicked his back leg. So now it's Sawyer Smith, the lefty v lefty matchup. Smith tonight, 1 for 3. He singled back in the second inning and scored on the Mark Schallenberger home run. Stewart leads off first base. Here's the first pitch to Smith. Fouls that one off of Felix. Now he takes a second to gather himself. Starts behind 0-1. Open umpire David Ortiz going to walk out the baseball to Dennis to give Felix some time to regroup there. As mentioned, we know the 8 teams in the Frontier League playoffs for this season. In the Midwest Conference, it'll be Lake Erie, Washington, Gateway, and Schaumburg. Gunnar Dennis with an 0-1 count. Delivers the 0-1 pitch to Smith. Goes to the fastball up and out of the zone, make it 0-2. Out in the Midwest Conference, it'll be Quebec, New York, Sussex County, and Tri-City. Just a matter of seeding at this point. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed an ugly swing at the off-speed pitch outside the zone. German American Bank strikeout for Dennis, and there's one away. And now with one out, runner at first base, it's Jose Alvarez, who is 1 or 2 for 3, a couple of singles, and then a ground out to short on an impressive play from J.J. Cruz. Here's the first pitch to Alvarez, swinging, chopped towards short, past the 6-5 hole, out over in left field. And now puts runners at first and second with one away. It's Alvarez's third hit of the night. All three of them have come on the first pitch he's seen. And now it'll be Abdiel Diaz, the switch-hitting shortstop. Washington officially loses in that one. They were in the bottom of the ninth inning. Lost by 1 run, and then Lake Erie into the bottom of the eighth. They'll have one more opportunity in the top half of the ninth to win that game. And it would, I believe, if my math is correct, would secure the division for them if they can come back and win that game. Sounds like Jason agrees with me, so I think my math is right. So Diaz is going to step in. Fourth time for him tonight. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. He scored 2 runs, both on home runs, one from Schallenberger and one by Dale Thomas. Dennis comes set. Delivers the first pitch to Diaz. Gets him swinging at the fastball. He'll start ahead of him 0-1. Again, Diaz, one of the veterans for this Gateway squad. He's had a good series. Dennis trying to shut him down and keep this 6-run lead where it's at. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Diaz. Goes after that changeup, fouls it off to the right side. He's behind 0-2. Dennis had Stewart at 1-2 before hitting him on the back foot breaker. Struck out Smith on 3 pitches. Then Alvarez took the first pitch he saw and just found the hole on the left side of the infield. Pierce over at third base, basically playing on the third base line. So still a big hole between Cruz and Pierce. Dennis steps off, resets himself. Dennis looks in, comes set and agrees. Looks back at second base. Now delivers the 0-2 pitch, up and in. Almost got Diaz there. But instead it's just a get-back pitch, and the count's 1-2. Dennis trying to keep that outing scoreless streak intact. He's been so good for Evansville. Just trying to work a scoreless frame here in the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. That one's popped up, left side of the infield. Pierce in on it. Cruz comes in. He calls Pierce off. He brings it in for out number 2. Would have been an infield fly either way. So with 2 outs, it's up to Mark Schallenberger, lefty v lefty matchup for Dennis. Again, his crossfade delivery. So hard to read for these left-handed batters. Schallenberger tonight, 2 for 3, a grand slam, a double in the 5th inning that really set up that big inning. Dennis comes set, delivers the first pitch to Schallenberger. Goes to the off-speed pitch, but lands it in front of the plate, starts behind him 1-0. Schallenberger last night went 0 for 2 with 2 walks, which is what he had done so well against everybody, but especially against Evansville this season. Tonight, though, it's been the hits for him. Double and a home run. The 1-0 pitch popped up. That one's going to stay in the infield. Cruz over towards it, calls everybody off. He's standing on the second base bag and brings it in for out number 3. So back pops out, pop outs to shortstop. And that will do it for the 6th inning. He works a scoreless frame. We head to the 7th inning. Otters need some runs here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WIIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Gateway call to the bullpen is Matt Hickey. Hickey on the mound. Behind the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenville Road, or call 812-475-9000. Matt Hickey entering his 49th appearance of the season. The way that Gateway uses their bullpen, they are not afraid to use their guys many games in a row. Again, 48 games for him so far, a 3.26 ERA. Has one save. He's pitched in 49 and 2/3 innings, struck out 52 and walked 17 in that time. And comes in with a 6-run lead here in the 7th inning, facing Graham Brown to start. First pitch from the sidewinder, misses low for ball 1. Need 6 runs in the next 9 outs to the Otters. That pitch misses way outside, make it 2-0. And this Gateway bullpen has been locked down all year, but Evansville has had their moments against them. Nick McAuliffe is up and warming in the Otters bullpen, assuming that he'll probably get the 7th inning. That pitch misses wide, make it 3-0. Brown 0 for 2, a walk, scored a run on the Keenan Taylor home run back in the 5th. He led off that 5th inning with a walk. Chance to do it again here. 3-0 pitch, misses outside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Graham Brown, and for the second straight time, he leads off an inning with a walk. Now it's JT Benson due up next to follow that Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar from Graham Brown. Hickey, that last pitch was more overhead instead of sidearm. First pitch to Benson, goes sidearm. That one just finds the outside corner for strike 1. Benson went down looking his last time up on a pitch that, again, was about 50-50. He didn't think it was strike 3. Overall in the night, he's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk with that strikeout. That one is off the end of the bat towards first, but foul. And now Benson behind 0-2 is going to have to battle from behind. Again, this is the part of the lineup that got the rally going in the 5th. Trying to do it again here in the 7th after the Brown walk. Benson, though, behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's fouled directly back. Benson stays alive. Benson trying to stay alive. Hickey comes set, delivers the next 0-2 pitch. Benson fouls that one off again. Good at bat here for him. Lake Erie up to bat in the top of the 9th inning, down by 1. If they can win, they will secure the division. If they can't complete the comeback, it'll come down to tomorrow. Hickey comes in, agrees, and sets. Still got an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one misses high, gets away, and Brown will get down to second base on a wild pitch. Count now 1-2. Saw that in the fifth inning as well. A couple of wild pitches for Brown to get to third base. Counts 1-2 to Benson. Hickey comes set and delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one up the middle. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Brown's going to be held at third base. Benson takes a big turn at first, but no one over there at first base, so he's able to. And now runners on the corners, still no one away here in the seventh inning. Evansville trying to, once again, bring this game close. Now it's L.J. Jones. He walked his last time up. He singled back in the first inning. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Hickey looks in, comes set. First pitch, that one fouled off to the right side, way out of play. Make it 0-1. Benson was taking off for second base, but he'll have to go back. Count is 0-1 to the Otters' first baseman today, trying to keep this rally going. No one away, runners in the corners here in the seventh inning. Otters playing from behind 6. The 0-1 pitch goes after that fastball, can't catch up to it. Now he's behind 0-2. Lake Erie down to their final out in that ball game. It's Davey Morgan at the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Runner takes off. That one fouled off again. Benson twice now has tried to steal a bag, but he'll have to go back to first once again as Jones stays alive.
Morgan has singled into left. Runners at the corners for Lake Erie. Still 2 outs though. Fourth hit of the game for the Crushers. Earl Dixon now at the plate. Feel like I'm calling 2 games at once here.
Here's the next 0-2 pitch. That one lifted into shallow right field. In on it is Castillo. Out on it is Smith. He makes the grab. Brown trying to take home. Throw comes in. It's not nearly in time. The Otters do get a run on the sac fly from L.J. Jones. Not often you see a sac fly to the second baseman. But the Otters do get a run, but Gateway gets an out, and I think that's probably more important at this point. Still need 5 runs, does Evansville, as Keenan Taylor comes to the plate. 1 for 3. The 3-run shot back in the 5th. At that point, made it a 3-run game. But now he enters this at bat down by 5 after Gateway responded immediately in the bottom half of the inning. Davey Morgan, who's at the plate, he singled, but they held Irizarry at third, so runners on the corners are 2 away. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at first. First pitch to Keenan Taylor. Misses outside for ball 1. Taylor hit his 14th home run of the season his last time up. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one just finds the outside corner. Make it 1-1. Taylor calls time, trying to reset himself, just trying to keep this inning going here with 1 away. So Lake Erie has lost on a ground out by Burl Dixon. The game ends. They lose by 1. It means tomorrow will be the game that matters, but for Washington and Lake Erie. Here's the 1-1. Big swing, but can't catch the fastball. Make it 1-2 to Taylor. Paolini waiting on deck. There is some action in the Gateway bullpen. I believe it's Alec Whaley. The 1-2, fouled off. Taylor stays alive. Mentioned his Boilermakers got a big first win of the season against Ball State, which the way they played last year, I don't know if they would have won that game. So it's a step in the right direction for them. Trying to get another big game here. Throw over to first base. That was a beautiful pickoff, but Benson is back just in time. It's very quick. And it was placed perfectly to Schallenberger. Count still 1-2. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Otters trail by 5. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Taylor. Popped up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count still 1-2. Taylor in another good at bat here. He went 4 for 4 last night. A couple of groundouts to begin this game and then a home run. So far in the series, 5 for 7. 2 home runs and a double. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. An ugly swing from Keenan Taylor. And there's 2 away. Now Stephen Paolini, first pitch to him, finds the outside corner for strike 1. Here's the 0-1, foul directly back, make it 0-2. Okay, so quick update. Washington actually tied the game in the bottom of the 9th. There were 3 outs, but I think someone messed up the point streak scoring, so it did actually tie it. Cole Fowler scored. The 0-2 pitch misses outside. Everyone thought it was strike 3, but it's not. Count 1-2. So somehow they scored in the 9th inning. Doesn't really say very well on point streak. 10th inning, neither runs score. They go to the 11th, the sudden death inning. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. And the Otters go down in the 7th after starting off with 2 leadoff base runners. They only get 1 run. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Otters trailing by 5 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Otters go to the bullpen is Nick McAuliffe. McAuliffe on the mound, Fuchs behind the plate. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. McAuliffe enters game 11-6 Gateway. First pitch to Dale Thomas misses low for ball 1. It's kind of been the story of opportunities that were missed offensively for Evansville, and Gateway taking advantage of theirs. The 1-0 ugly swing from Thomas, making 1-1. The Otters with another opportunity in that inning to get some runs on the board. Only got 1. The 1-1 pitch went off speed but missed low, make it 2-1. McAuliffe comes set, pitching from the windup far first base side of the rubber. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one lined towards second, past Graham Brown into the gap in right center field. It goes all the way to the wall. Thomas rounding first, heading for second. Throw's going to come into the cutoff man, Graham Brown, and a leadoff double for Gateway. So they try to respond to that one inning from the top half of the inning. And that'll be Edwin Mateo, who homered his last time up. He's 1 for 3. McAuliffe entering this ball game, his 48th appearance of the season, a 3.28 ERA, 3 saves, 35 2/3 innings, 51 strikeouts, and just 16 walks. His last time out went an inning against Florence, but 2 runs scored on him unearned after a mistake defensively that ended up costing Evansville the game and giving him the loss. But it was a bad luck loss, very much so. Again, it was runner at second base, 2 outs, ground ball to short, should have ended it, and then Dennis Pierce over at first didn't make the grab, and inning got out of hand from there. First pitch to Mateo finds his own for strike 1 as McAuliffe tries to work around that leadoff double. So Washington did in fact score a run in the 9th. It wasn't awarded. They got the other 2 outs and didn't account for it, and it did end up going to the 10th inning. Neither team scored, and now they're in the sudden death inning where Washington is pitching. Another pitch swung at and missed by Mateo, counts 0-2. There are runners at first and second with 1 away in that sudden death inning for Down East as they try to break the hearts of Washington, who with a win would actually be put into the division winner spot. The 0-2 pitch, not chasing at the off speed there, make it 1-2. Switching Mateo in the left-handed batter's box, awaiting the 1-2 pitch from McAuliffe, who ganders back at second base. Now here's the 1-2 pitch on the ground towards first. It's going to go foul, and the count will stay 1-2. Still known away here at bottom of the 7th inning. Otters trailing 11-6 with Gateway trying to add some more runs after that leadoff double from Dale Thomas, who's had an excellent night. He's gone 2 for 2 tonight, has Dale Thomas, a home run, a double, a walk, and a sac fly. McAuliffe comes set, delivers the 1-2 pitch to Mateo. Swung on and missed. There's one away. German-American makes strikeout for Nick McAuliffe, a big out number 1. That runner is still at second base and back to the top of the lineup in Victor Castillo. Castillo tonight, 0 for 1. He walked his first 3 at-bats, coming in the first 3 innings, and then flew out to center field in the 5th, batting here in the bottom of the 7th. McAuliffe looks in, comes set, looks back at second base, keeping an eye on Thomas. First pitch, checked his swing, doesn't matter, it's in the zone for strike 1. The Otters jumped out in front 2-0 in the 2nd inning. Then Gateway scored 6 in the bottom of the 2nd. They added 2 more in the bottom of the 3rd. Evansville got 3 in the 5th, cut that lead in half, and then Gateway got 3 of their own. Evansville got 1 in the 7th. Here's the 0-1 pitch, misses low and in the dirt, make it 1-1. Gateway trying to answer that 1 run as well. So now there's 2 away in Washington. 1 out away from jumping Lake Erie in the division. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Popped up left side, over towards it is Pierce, still coming in foul territory. He brings it in for out number 2. So after that leadoff double, McAuliffe's gotten back-to-back outs. That runner still at second base. He faces Cole Brandon here with 2 away. At this point, the Otters need 5 runs over the next 2 frames. We'd like to keep it that way. Brandon, his second at bat tonight after pinch hitting in the 5th. He's 0 for 1. He flew it to center field, his only time up. Here's the first pitch to the center fielder. Big swing at the fastball, but comes up empty. He'll start behind 0-1. It's Herbert on the mound for Washington. He's got a 1-2 count to the man at the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Brandon. Breaker finds the inside corner, make it 0-2. He's got Brandon at 0-2, 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runner at second base. McCall sets and delivers. In the dirt, gets away from Felix. Gonna try to take third as Thomas, no throw. Felix gets to it, not in time. Make it 1-2 on the wild pitch. And in fact, Washington has won. Down East did not score. And Washington takes the lead in the Central. If they win tomorrow, no matter what happens to Lake Erie, they've secured the division. If they lose, and Lake Erie loses, they win the division. If they lose tomorrow and Lake Erie wins, Lake Erie will get the division. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Brandon. Inside. Not a bad pitch, but better take there from Brandon, make it 2-2. Crazy turn of events for Washington. They were on that 7-game losing streak after being swept in Quebec and then at home by us. They were only 3 games out in front of Mississippi for the wild card spot with 6 games left. They swept Mississippi, and that one swung on and missed for strike 3. Brandon goes down on the German American Bank strikeout, and that does it for Gateway here in the 7th. Otters need 5 runs over the next 2 innings. As I was saying, Washington, not only have they secured a wild card spot after that sweep of Mississippi, now all of a sudden, if they win tomorrow, they will secure the Central Division after an amazing comeback in the standings. Take a short break. When we're back, we'll head to the 8th here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
Gateway call to the bullpen is Alec Whaley. Whaley on the mound. Alvarez behind the plate. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Alec Whaley, one of the most important relievers for this Gateway team, especially when they're looking forward into the playoffs. Entering this ball game, his 56th appearance of the season, a 3.08 ERA, 49 2/3 innings. He has 3 saves, 39 strikeouts, 19 walks, giving up 41 hits. And really, when you look at this season for him, he's had 1 singular bad outing that has blown up his ERA. First pitch to J.J. Cruz is fouled up and overhead, an overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is 0-1. It was a singular appearance back on June 24th against this team in this ballpark where he gave up 6 runs in an inning and a third. The 0-1 pitch finds his own at the knees, make it 0-2. Just saying, if he does that again, Otters need 5 runs over the next 6 outs if they want to complete this comeback. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one misses wide, make it 1-2. And again, he's one of the most important pieces in this bullpen, and that one outing is completely expounded his ERA on the inning, on the season. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. There's one away. The Otters have struck out 3 straight times. With 1 away, it's Justin Felix. Entering that outing on June 24th, he had a .92 ERA. After that outing, it ballooned up to 3.43. First pitch to Felix misses inside, almost got him for ball one. Again, the Otters need an explosion of offense. We'll see if the bottom of the lineup can set up the top of the lineup. The two catchers due up, Justin Felix at the plate, Chase Waddell in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-0. Out in front of the off-speed. Make it 1-1.
When you get to postseason baseball, it's regular old baseball like they used to play back in the day. No international tiebreaker, no sudden death, extra innings.
With that, this is the last game being played in the Frontier League tonight. That one chopped towards third. It's going to go foul, and the count will move to 1-2. Every other game has completed.
Actually, one of the incentives to get to the playoffs.
Felix working from behind 1-2. Otters now down to their final 5 outs of the ball game. In danger of losing their first series in their last 6. 1-2 pitch. That one misses wide. Make it 2-2. You look at that 5th inning again. That's kind of the big inning that I look back at. Obviously, you had the big innings in the early part of the game, but Otters get 3 runs on top half of the 5th. All of a sudden, it's looking like they might come back. And then you look at the bottom half of the 5th. Gateway responds immediately, and it feels like all that work you did is for naught. Next pitch swung on and missed for Justin Felix. It's now 4 straight Otters that have struck out swinging. And with 2 away, it's Chase Waddell. Final hope for the Otters here in the 8th. There is someone up and warming in the Gateway bullpen. We'll see if they just want Whaley to go 1 inning.
He's been used in high leverage situations this year, of course, have been on base a lot. But
First pitch to Waddell. That one's hit well to right center field. That's sending Brandon over, still going over. He leaps for it in front of that short porch and right and brings it in for out number 3. So the speed of Cole Brandon brings that one in. Well hit off the bat of Waddell, but it goes for naught. The Otters head to the bottom of the 8th inning, down by 5. With a new pitcher on the mound when we come back after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Otters call to the bullpen is Alex Valdez. Valdez on the mound. Behind the plate, Justin Felix. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Alex Valdez looks to pitch a clean 8th inning. Just to get us to the 9th, down by 5. He'll face DJ Stewart to begin this inning. Stewart, after this big night last night, so far 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch his last time up. Valdez in his 30th game, a 3.64 ERA. He has 6 saves, 42 innings pitched, 48 strikeouts, 16 walks. Here's the first pitch to Stewart. On the ground towards first, Jones plays it. He'll take it himself to first, and that will be 1 away. Valdez is in this spot, pitching from behind, pitching in the 8th inning, 7th inning, high leverage spots even at that point. He looks really good. For whatever reason, especially the back half of the season. In the 9th inning, just hasn't really had his best stuff. But when he's been used as a setup guy, even in high leverage spots, he has looked really good out of the bullpen. Last couple of times out, he's gone 2 1/3, given up no runs, just 1 hit in that time, hasn't walked anybody. First pitch to Sawyer Smith misses outside for ball 1. Valdez winds and delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one's popped up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count is 1-1. The Otters are going to need at least 5 runs in the 9th inning to tie this game. Obviously, Valdez in to make sure it's not more. Big swing at the changeup. Can't get to it, make it 1-2. Valdez, a guy on the mound who loves to get into rhythm. Sometimes when that rhythm gets stuttered just a little bit, it can lead to some big innings from him. But when he's in a rhythm, he is so tough to hit from these hitters. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Valdez. Swung on and missed. Got him. Swinging at the off speed. There's one away. German American Bank strikeout for Valdez with 2 outs now. It's Jose Alvarez. Alvarez tonight 3 for 4. His 3 hits have come on the first pitch he's seen in those at-bats. Not a guy who likes to wait, and he's shown that tonight. Here's the first pitch to Alvarez. On the ground towards short. Played by Cruz. Throw to first in time, and that's 3 outs. So Valdez works a 1-2-3-8. We head to the 9th. Otters need 5 after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Gateway go to the bullpen is Keegan Collette. Behind the plate now is Matthew Lee. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Keegan Collette, the back-end reliever out of this Gateway bullpen, has made 34 appearances, a 1.25 ERA, 11 saves, 45 strikeouts in just 26 2/3 innings. He's walked 23, has allowed just 13 hits. An incredible season for Keegan Collette. Enters just to work the 9th inning. He'll face the top of the lineup, the leadoff, Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce. He is 1 for 4 tonight with a single. First pitch fastball misses high for ball 1. Again, the way to beat Collette has been earning the walk. Otters need 5 runs here in the 9th if they want to manage this comeback. It's going to be a tall task. The 1-0 pitch checked his swing. He did not go. Pitch misses high, make it 2-0. Collette pitching from the stretch. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Goes another fastball. Misses high again. Make it 3-0. Collette been drafted a couple of times, both in the 35th round, 2017 draft and the 2019 draft. 3-0 pitch. That one misses low, ball 4. So the Otters start in the right direction. A leadoff walk from Dennis Pierce. And now it's Graham Brown who's walked his last 2 times up. Collette played his senior season at Florida Gulf Coast before spending 5 seasons in the Padres organization, his second year as a Grizzly. He first pitched to Brown. Fastball finds the zone at the knees for strike 1. After 4 balls, he gets a strike. In both years, he has just been striking out batters left and right. A 14-plus K per 9 rate, his walk rate at 7. Big swing from Graham Brown, can't catch up to it, make it 0-2. The reason that works is hit per 9 rate so low. Last year was a 6.1. This year it's at a 4.1, even better, although the home run rate has grown. He didn't give up a home run last year. This year he's given up 2. That one's popped up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Count still 0-2. Brown tonight is 0 for 2. Reached once on a fielder's choice, and he's walked twice. He's scored 2 runs, one on the Keenan Taylor 3-run home run, and then on the L.J. Jones sac fly. Here's the next 0-2. Checked his swing on a pitch that missed low, went for the breaker. Great take from Graham Brown, make it 1-2. The 1-2 pitch takes that one low. Another great take. Another good stop by Matthew Lee behind the plate. Make it 2-2. Starters tonight for Evansville, Yohan Gonzalez, actually teammates with Keegan Collette back with the Fort Wayne Tin Caps over the last 2 years. Both of them were with the high A team of the Padres in 23 and 24. Collette left that team, or maybe got cut or whatever, and joined Gateway midway through last year. That one's lifted pretty well to right, but off the end of the bat coming in on his Castillo still coming in. He slides for it. He can't catch it. Lands in fair territory. Pierce had to make sure and wait, so he only gets to second base. So runners at first and second. Graham Brown gets his first hit of the night, and all of a sudden the Otters have something cooking here in the 9th inning. Again, Pierce had to wait. No reason to risk trying to get thrown in at third. Need to score 5 runs in this inning. Would have been a tough play to make. If he had made it, might have been able to get Pierce at first base. Instead, the runners at first and second, no one away for J.T. Benson. He steps in 2 for 3, a walk, a couple of singles, and a strikeout looking. First pitch to Benson. Goes to the breaker, misses low for ball 1. The Otters taking really good at-bats against Collette. The 1-0 pitch, big swing, but can't catch up to it, make it 1-1. This is the 5th time Evansville has seen Collette this season. He got the loss back on May 10th in that walk-off win for Evansville. It was actually a hit by J.T. Benson that won the game for Evansville. Saw him on the 25th and 26th of June. That next pitch misses low and away, make it 2-1. Saw him on July 12th where he earned the win. That was at Bosse Field. And that was actually the last time we saw him. Collette comes set. Looks back at second base, delivers a 2-1 pitch. Fastball, called strike 2 inside corner. Benson didn't think so. Might have an argument, but it's tough to tell. Count moves to 2-2. Here's the 2-2 count for Collette as he comes set. Delivers a 2-2 pitch. Checked his swing. That missed. He did ghost the first base umpire. Benson can't believe it, but there's one away. Second time Benson's gone down with a strikeout, and second time he's had a quarrel with it. It was very close whether he won or not. It was tough to tell. With one away, it's L.J. Jones. Need to continue to string together some base runners. Here's the first pitch to him. Goes breaker that finds the top of the zone for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Jones. Another breaker. He fouls that one off. Ends up landing in the Otters dugout. Now he's down to his final strike. The Otters got a couple of leadoff base runners. You'd love to see him try to string together some hits here. or walks, whatever it takes here against Collette. Most earned runs Collette's given up in an outing this year is 1. He's given up 3 runs in an outing before, but 2 of those were unearned. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fastball. That one misses wide. Make it 1-2. Taylor awaiting on deck. Right now the tying run would be in the form of Stephen Paolini. Collette comes set, pitching from the stretch as always. The 1-2 pitch, that one misses low. Just kind of hook that pitch, make it 2-2. He walked all the way off the mound after that one, just resetting himself. Again, at this point in the game, a walk, a hit, doesn't matter. A 3-run shot doesn't matter. The only thing it does is that it eliminates a double play. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, went after that breaker, and there are 2 away. And now it's Keenan Taylor, the last up for the Otters here in the ball game. So far tonight, 1 for 4, a couple of ground outs, a strikeout, and a 3-run home run. He's 5 for 8 on the series. Trying to keep this game alive. Again, you got to get the tying run to the plate. Currently not even on deck yet, though. First pitch to Taylor. Goes fastball. That one misses wide for ball 1. Collette, one of those guys, you want to make sure he throws you a strike before you start swinging. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaker inside, just lost control of that one. Had to do a little dance to get out of the way of that one. Make it 2-0, and now we're going to get a quick meeting as they want to make sure he's in the right mood. Here comes the training staff. They want to make sure he's all right. And again, at this point, you really want to make sure he's all right. Make sure he's ready for the playoffs. One of the guys they don't use as often out of the bullpen. You see guys like Hickey and Whaley who get used a ton. Whaley broke his record from last year of most appearances in a season. Collette only his 35th appearance, more of a back-end closer or extremely high leverage guy. Seems like they are okay with him staying out there. A couple of strikeouts, a walk, and a single off of him in this inning. Otters down to their final out. Taylor standing in with 2-0, 2 away. Collette comes set. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Goes with the off speed. That one misses low. Count runs to 3-0, and you got to assume Taylor at this point is taking the whole way. Collette comes set. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Fastball low and away, ball 4, and another walk for Evansville, and the bases are loaded. Deerhead Side Walk Cafe and Bar, and out Stephen Paolini. And his only job is to get the tying run to the plate in the form of J.J. Cruz awaiting on deck. Still no one up in the Gateway bullpen. They're going to let him rock here unless they think he's hurt. Paolini, a couple of singles in this game. First pitch, breaker that misses inside for ball 1. Again, at this point in the game, you are making sure he throws you a strike before you do anything. Make him come to you. The run that matters is on deck. Here's the 1-0. That one's chopped towards right, but foul. Make it 1-1. Pierce led off the inning with a walk. Brown got a single. Taylor got a walk. A couple of strikeouts. The 1-1 finds the zone there. Make it 1-2. Now Paolini with 2 strikes. The Otters down to their final strike. The tying run still on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up, left side. It's into foul territory. Over towards it is Thomas. It's coming back in, but not quite as it lands out of play. And Paolini stays alive. That one just got past the mesh net. Count still 1-2 to Paolini. Collette sets and delivers. That one misses low. Another good stop by Matthew Lee. Make it 2-2. The way he pitches, you got to be a really good catcher at stopping those to catch them. Collette delivers the 2-2 pitch. That one's flown into center field. Over towards it is Brandon. So is Mateo. Mateo will call him off in front of him and bring in for out number 3, and that will end the ball game. The Otters almost get the tying run to the plate, but can't quite. They lose this one 11-6 and fall in 2 straight. And now they have lost their first series since all the way back in that road series against Windy City. And Gateway has kind of halted the hot Otters so far, but they'll get a chance tomorrow. But we'll talk more about this game and a little bit more after a short break here on the Papa John's postgame show on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Welcome into the Papa John's post-game show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and post-game shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYIR. The Otters dropped this one by a score of 11-6 and got out of hand early. Otters did jump out in front, though, early. A couple of singles from Dennis Pierce and JT Benson put Evansville out in front 2-0. But then the bottom of the second inning was deadly. A Mark Schallenberger grand slam and a couple more runs off the bat of Gabe Holtz gave Gateway a 6-2 lead. They got 2 more runs on another home run. And the third inning, Otters went down 8-2 at that point. Evansville did get a 3-run shot from Keenan Taylor, a second home run in as many nights, to get it to within 3. But unfortunately, in that bottom half of the 5th, Gateway scored 3 runs of their own. And so it was 11-5. The Otters got a run in the 7th and then loaded the bases in the 9th inning. Didn't bring the tying run to the plate, but ended up going down without scoring a run in the 9th inning, losing 11-5. Otters did put up a lot of offense, though. They finished the night with 9 hits. After not walking a single time last night for the first time this season, they walked 7 times tonight. Put up a lot of base runners and just could not get the big hit, especially late in the game, or really early in the game. Had stranded 2 runners in the first, the bases loaded in the second, obviously stranded the bases loaded in the 9th. Stranded a few runners here and there as well and just couldn't get the job done. A 2-hit night from Stephen Paolini, a good bounce back, although he was caught stealing one of the times, just going on first pitch. JT Benson, another 2-hit night for him as well, including an RBI. LJ Jones had an RBI sac fly. Keenan Taylor, of course, his big 3-run shot, 3 RBIs for him on the night. Back-to-back nights with big games for him. Went 4 for 4 last night. Tonight, 1 for 4 with a 3-run shot. And Dennis Pierce had that RBI single as well. Pitching-wise, Yohan Gonzalez had his first really ugly outing of the season. Went 2 2/3, allowed 8 earned runs, 5 walks, just 1 strikeout, and on 6 hits. They just had his number tonight. Ryan Wiltsey came in and pitched really good for a while, went 2 1/3, but in the 5th inning just gave up those 3 runs, including 2 on the home run that would have been caught if it was any other ballpark. Didn't walk anybody tonight and struck out 1. And then in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings, the Otters got scoreless innings from Gunnar Dennis, gave up 1 hit and struck out 1. Nick McAuliffe gave up 1 hit and struck out 2. And then Alex Valdez worked the scoreless 8th inning, 1, 2, 3, and striking out 1 as well. Overall in the night, that pretty much does it. Yohan Gonzalez gets the loss. The win will go to, I believe, Galva. I think you need 5 innings as a starter for the win. I don't know. It's confusing rules for some reason because it's got to be. It's baseball. But no one with the save, and the Otters lose 11-6. And then there was one left. Tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. scheduled start time. Of course, we'll be 20 minutes early. Talking about the final game in store for the Otters. It'll be Alex Canny, the rookie who had an excellent start to his professional career. pitching after his Ole Miss teammate, Gunnar Dennis, tonight. Trying to end the season on a win for Evansville. They won't win the series. They won't finish the month with a winning record on the road, but they have a chance to win the final game of the season and just win on a high note going into 2026. But until then, I'm Lucas Macklin signing off. And as always, have a blessed night, Otters fans.